He is wearing shoes, yes.
I'm gonna take his shoes off of him, and then catch up to the group as I go, throwing the shoes like around the side of the building.
Little small for dwarven feet.
Oh, I'm not trying to put them on. I'm just taking his shoes.
Okay. Take his shoes, and you see his bare feet, calloused, and then you leave. So is everybody, we're all going to the Church of St. Andrew, correct?
Yeah.
You guys are walking across, and you're passing, from the southeast, the southwest side of town here, and you're passing through the town square, which is like, right here, this major intersection.
I'm gonna try and make a point to the group that we should probably avoid the intersection where we saw the guards earlier.
You want to travel around.
It's a good idea.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
You see, past over, I want to say back here, I think, is the Reformation Center and the Burgomaster's Manor. The Burgomaster is another name for basically the mayor or the governor, but it's the ruling figure of a town within Barovia. And there's 3 towns within Barovia. But you guys are in the largest city called Vallaki. Adjacent to this sort of city-state, like I said, is a large building where right now, around 10 a.m. in the morning, they hold daily trials. So there are some people that are gathered outside, family members that have been imprisoned, and there are a few guards outside. So what do you guys do? We're still heading to the church.
Beeline.
Yeah.
Keep indiscreet.
Okay. I'll pull up the church. As you guys were walking to it, and I pull up maps and stuff, feel free to roleplay.
I'm kind of gonna nudge up to the
Where'd you get those shoes?
life. Oh, I chucked the shoes.
Yeah, he threw them.
I threw him
Okay.
as soon as I pretty much walked out. I nudge up to the big guy and go, so you can turn into a big doggy, eh?
Yeah, I don't like to fight, but I only do it when I have to, Did I scare you?
What do you turn into?
Pretty much like 8 different animals. Yeah, it's pretty cool. It's like no big deal though.
That could be interesting.
I don't know what's more interesting, the dog or the wings.
Right.
The wings are gone.
But they were there.
I've seen that before.
Nope.
Yeah, but have you ever seen a floating sword?
Can't say I have.
Don't know nothing about that.
So, what exactly are we doing with these bones you've got, Marcus?
Well, from what I gather, after encouraging someone to talk to us about where they went, the head priest himself was saying that they were stolen. And although he had a bit of an attitude, his, I always think in knightly terms, so squire, but it's not quite that. The altar boy kind of gave us a little bit more information on the importance of them and why they needed to return. So when we found the guy who stole them, that was where that necklace was involved, where it looked like he was actually being controlled by someone else, because his mind was not his own. That's why I was curious whether or not that coffin maker had the necklace, but he didn't.
So, the other thing because I have not dealt with any vampires yet, and I'm wondering if you have. What did they mean about it's not our time? As they all fled? No?
I could only guess that Strahd's probably marinating us before we have another encounter. I think he likes to think of people as more of a toy, and so I don't think he's worried about us.
No, they died easy.
Yes, they did. I've never seen someone. I've never seen someone so upset before.
What do you mean?
You were kind of breaking some stuff towards the end there, if you didn't notice.
They jumped out a freaking box. They were hiding in a box, not a coffin, a box. I was just making sure there was no more of them. That's why I smashed all the boxes. I kind of look around. Is there any boxes around us at the minute?
Not near here. Like in the town square, there were.
Good.
Whenever I see boxes from now on, I'm gonna stay clear for a little while at least.
Oh.
You guys approach the church. It's beautiful. Like if you want to think about it as far as something you'd see in maybe, England or the UK, there is like a vestibule. I've linked a World Anvil article to it to show you the picture. Fog and stuff surrounds the church, and this church has a holy symbol above its doorway dedicated to the goddess of Votun, the goddess of seasons. Do you guys go inside?
Absolutely. I'm gonna get safe here.
Hold on, man.
You guys go inside. The church is somewhat busy. There's people praying. It's a little dark though inside. Candelabras that are about eye height on the sides light the interior of the church. Father Petrovich is speaking with another churchgoer. What do you guys do?
Do I see the altar boy?
Yes, the half-halfling altar boy is around sweeping up the chamber. Father Petrovich has this like adornment, a helm. On the center of his helm is a symbol of Votun. He's old, his mustache curls up with a white beard. And inside the chamber, you see Father Petrovich speaking to a high elf. Do you want to describe your character?
Oh. I was like, damn it, who's he talking to now?
Yes, hi, me.
The whole rope-a-dope.
So, do you want me to describe her, like, the way she looks, or, like,
Yeah.
anything? Okay. So she's about, like, 6 feet. She's very tall. She's got long brown hair. She's got kind of goldish skin. She's wearing very, traveling-esque clothing.
Does she? What type of weapon is she wielding?
She just has daggers.
Does she have a staff?
I don't know if I have a staff with this. I don't think I chose a staff.
Oh boy.
No, I did. I have a staff. I have a quarterstaff.
You guys approach the father.
Yes.
How may I help you?
Is he standing next to the
Yes.
elf? Okay.
You guys interrupted him a little bit as he's speaking to her, but how are we going to do this?
Father, we found something I think you'd be very interested in.
He stares back at you.
Who's your companion?
She is another adventurer like yourself.
So what brings you here?
He turns over to... What did you say your name was again?
Lysa.
What brought you here to Barovia?
I am in search of a temple that holds secrets that I need.
This temple have gold by any chance? As you see this little dwarf not wearing a shirt, just staring up at you. You're 6 foot. He's almost at your knees at this stage, going like this.
I don't know. I'd imagine so.
Okay. I turn to Marcus and quite obviously say, I like this one, and walk off.
Ah. I apologize for my friend. He's
Short.
he's very particular about what he likes.
I can see that.
What temple are you trying to go to?
I don't know the name. I was told a story about it from my father.
What's the story? Can we know?
Yes. So he tells me of a temple, and it contains knowledge, secrets that are forbidden to man. So I'm in search of that.
Isn't there a temple we were told that held answers to our problem?
Maybe the same one I'm looking for.
Hmm.
If it's forbidden to man, shouldn't you, like, not go near it? If it's forbidden...
To man, I am elf.
Oh, okay.
Little loophole.
I shout, as I'm now sitting on one of the pews with my feet up, I shout out, you guys are very rude. You haven't even introduced yourselves to the lady.
Oh. True.
By the way, I'm Tog.
Hi.
Nice to meet you.
Wow.
I am
Well,
Marina.
I'm Lucius. I grew up in a village of elves. So, where are you from? Maybe we are from the same village. I don't know.
Maybe.
Okay.
Do you have any
See,
religious symbol on you, Lys?
Oh no.
Okay. Sorry, Shaq. What were you saying?
You see a large 8 or 9 foot Goliath. He's mostly staring at his feet, and he says, Shaquille, from Hooptown. Pleasure to meet you.
And I'm Marcus from Shirebrook, which is far, far from here. But what brought me here is a story that we'd probably have to sit down for.
We got time.
We
Pretty
do.
sure there's an inn nearby.
We do, but it may be more pressing to show you this. And I turn to the priest, and I pull out the bones.
The bones are wrapped in like a dirty cloth, and as you ungarnish them, he says, "Not here." He says,
Well, that's what I
"Let us-
said.
We will have to take them to the crypts below and consecrate them." Where did you find them?
Lead.
In the ceiling of an old man's house.
Ceiling of an old man's house. You found the
Yeah.
bones?
Yeah.
Well, as you recall, they were stolen by one of your followers, and he ended up leading us to the coffin maker's home.
I
And that's where
suspected
we found him.
I suspected Mill was behind it, but I did not know.
They had some uninvited guests, though, too.
Were they uninvited? We don't know about that.
Maybe we were the uninvited guests.
Someone had to put
Maybe
them
because
lids on them
we
boxes.
broke the door.
Someone had to have put the lids on the boxes, just saying.
True.
I think Tog just encouraged the side door to cooperate.
Yeah. It was already loose.
Yeah.
So, do you want to show us where the crypts are?
He
I don't
says-
think there's any time to lose with this.
He gestures to the tiefling altar boy to come and follow him, the altar boy puts up his broom against the side of the wall within the church. He says, "Service is over." He tells everyone to leave the church. And they get up a little begrudgingly, but they shuffle out. It takes a minute or so for it to happen. He says, "Follow me." And he takes you behind like an altar. He shifts the altar a little bit, like the stone altar, and reveals like a crawl space essentially going into the ground.
Oh, this ain't creepy at all.
It's dark, but he grabs a torch off the wall. And he says, "Follow me." He goes down. Do we follow him?
Yeah.
Yes. Why not?
I hesitate.
Can I fit?
It's a tight squeeze, Tog, but yes, you can fit.
Worst case scenario, we kill the priest. Don't worry, guys.
What?
I said worst.
I'm gonna bring up the rear. I'm gonna follow last and follow Shaq.
Okay.
And then kind of gesture down to our new companion that was maybe hanging back slightly, not knowing to get involved.
So here's a separate part of our battle table. Over here, there's like a mini grid. This mini grid has 4 squares on it. I've put all your models out. This is essentially a marching order. If we want to get really technical about it, you can shift your model to where you want to have essentially a battle formation. So Tog wants to go up the rear.
I'll follow the
Assume-
priest directly.
Oh. Wasn't gonna assume Marcus was. I'm assuming the front is.
I do not touch your model. You have to
Okay,
touch your own
slap
model.
right in the center.
I'm gonna hang back with the dwarf where it's safe.
I don't think we have Ashley in here, though, do we?
Steam won't let me connect to it.
Do you have a firewall up?
No.
Okay. Well, I will let Marcus control your model. Or if Tog wants to do it either, it's up to either one of those
She
guys.
was just going in front of us. I was kind of beckoning her in front of us.
Irina, do you want to be in front of me?
I'll be just right behind you since you have the bones. Thank you.
That's our order.
It's gonna-
Okay. You can use the Q and E keys to rotate your model, so you can face a direction there. Lucius, are you going to be in the middle like this?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. So we have Marcus in the front, Irina, Lucius, and so on.
Oh,
This
I
is
thought
just-
that was the back.
Yeah, this is you're
Nope,
in the
you're
middle,
in the middle.
and then these guys are in the back. We're facing this way.
Yeah.
Okay. You guys descend down into the crypt. The crypt is tight with all of you down in there, but I want to say there's not like a grave essentially. It's some type of altar buried beneath the church, and the priest basically takes almost like, I want to say, like an urn, has symbols around it. The symbols are of the goddess Voltun, the goddess of seasons. He removes like a stone slab across it. The crypt isn't something that's visited frequently, so it's a little dirty. But it's not incredibly dusty. There is some traffic that comes through here, but very few people are let in here. He takes the bones, places them inside, and then seals it back up. And he looks over at Marcus and Lucius, says, "Shall we consecrate it?"
Absolutely.
Okay.
You have to cast the ritual spell.
I think I'm going to use ceremony.
The ceremony spell, I'm sorry. You're right, Lucius. Thank you.
Okay. I do it.
It takes, an hour to cast.
Is it?
I think so. I'm not sure.
On our spell.
Oh, geez.
Yeah,
Does
it's
it?
an hour. What the
Yeah,
fuck?
it's a lot of spell.
He says with you three helping, that should take maybe 20 minutes to do it though. With the father plus if Marcus has it memorized.
I could switch out. Like I can. I'll do that.
The father looks back at you blankly.
I was like, I need to pray to Tyr to be able to cast this spell.
Okay.
Sorry, just a rules question. Are you doing the whole? You've got to pick your spells before the day.
That's right.
Thing?
Yep.
Are you,
You have to prepare your spells after a long rest.
Oh, okay. I thought I could switch it.
you can't switch it.
It's nice having Tog here. He can help rules lawyer you.
I was just curious.
No, I love it.
You say.
That way I don't have to
I
look
see.
like the bastard.
Oh, so I can't cast it.
I don't know if you can switch it out using a short rest for your warlock stuff.
Long rest.
Okay. All right. So it's going to take a half hour. So Lucius and Father will stay down there performing a ceremony with some holy water and some incenses. He says, if anybody does not believe in the goddess of Voltun, I ask you to leave.
Do I have to leave as well?
You can if you want.
I'm casting ceremony.
You can, so you're staying and you believe in the goddess of Voltun?
No.
Okay. Well, I guess you're just staying and doing it anyways. But he's just
That's
asked
the
for you to,
spirit.
he's asked for you to leave the chamber.
Wait, all of us?
If you do not believe in the goddess of Voltun, these bones are sacred
By
from Saint Andrew.
means, what do you mean in the sense of, do I believe? I believe in the gods. I have much faith, but I do not pray to Voltun.
Father lets out a deep sigh. Says you may stay.
Thank you.
You guys start doing this ceremony. So Lucius has maybe done this ceremony before at his old temples in this elven forest or elven village, wherever he came from. Incenses fill the chamber. Father asks you all to be quiet during the entire ceremony, as the spell must not be unbroken. So he asks for your reverence and your silence. The ceremony is quite boring, as you would expect it to be. It's like almost like a church sermon. But
You Tog fiddling with in one of his pockets. But, yeah.
are you like ledgermenting a coin or something between your fingers?
Like picking his nose and drinking some ale in like the basement of the crypt.
Multiple
Fiddling with
flasks.
Something in a pal.
Like this will be entertaining.
Yeah.
The ceremony goes complete. This church of St. Andrew is now considered consecrated ground. No undead may take a step forward onto the ground. Father says, thank you very much, Lucius. Who trained you?
Welcome. The high priestess of my temple.
He taught you well. And he begins to leave the chamber. Do you guys want to do anything else? Is everybody following him outside the crypt?
Mm-hmm.
I think so.
So as
Oh.
I said it was over, I was heading back up.
Like, how are we, like, in the end of the crypts? Like, is there further down we can go?
No.
Oh, okay. Then I'll follow.
Irina, make a history check.
Mm.
So Irina's rolling this in D&D Beyond. We use
Yes.
the combat log essentially to keep all the dice so everybody sees it.
Nice.
You rolled an
18.
18. The DC was mildly low, and you being of one multiple spirits maybe have traveled through here in a different life that you're unaware of. The church was built a long time ago, and these bones of Saint Andrew who fought, before the last war, before Boole came, all the the village was actually built around these bones, essentially. They gave safety from Strahd. Now that the temple's been successfully consecrated, Strahd or any undead or vampires may not enter the church. You guys leave. The father says, this is good news. The Baron, or the Burgomaster, was searching for the bones as well. He knew they had gone missing. And he said if they were to be recovered, that we might have another festival. I could tell him, or you could tell him yourself, perhaps, if you wish to see the Burgomaster. The festival for...
You should tell him that we done it for you, and we would be happy to receive any bounties for doing such a good favor for the town.
He was probably... I don't think he would kill me, but I'm sure I would be in trouble if the bones were unrecoverable. For the safety of this land and knowing that Strahd cannot enter here is the Baron's top priority.
Well, they are back.
Who?
You don't seem very happy about it. Can I insight check him? I know my insight's terrible, but...
Go ahead, take an insight check.
Oh,
Oh yeah, that's a big 3.
You glean
Okay.
nothing of interest.
I'm gonna also insight check.
Much better. I mean, he's obviously like relieved, but going through the ceremony with Lucius is a process. And, you know, now that he knows that he has to basically go find the groundskeeper and punish him too, he's relieved though.
Okay.
What do you guys do?
You don't have to punish the groundskeeper.
He stole the bones, did he not?
He did, but I think there's more to it. There's this necklace I have, and I show him this necklace. I was like, he was wearing this, and when I took it off, his mind came back to him. Have you ever seen it before?
This looks like the god of Gaji and greed. He looks over at the dwarf. And he says, but something is wrong with it. It's been twisted with the dark energies and the dark powers. Something. He hands it back to you. He's like, want nothing to do with it. Please remove that from here. This is a holy place.
Well, I will, but I would not punish him. This is what was controlling his behavior.
The altar boy who was with you guys was just kind of witnessing the ceremony, has gone back to like sweeping the chamber up. What do you guys do?
Well, I could do with a drink. I'm pretty tired after the fight.
I agree. Let's go.
You guys
You're
leave.
gonna go drink? Yeah,
Who
we're
doesn't
gonna
like some alcohol?
You guys leave the Church of St. Andrew.
As we're going, I'm going to kind of nudge Marcus and go, are you sure the bones are going to be safe there, not stolen again? Like, I don't know if you saw that priest. He was like, ugh.
I was gonna ask him, why does the Burgomaster want to hurt you?
He wasn't making a huge amount of sense.
This town never does. It's getting more frustrating by the day. I'm wondering if our new companion might be right. Maybe we need to leave here before it gets a little bit too frustrating and go check out this Amber Temple.
Wait, didn't he say we were getting paid by the Burgomaster? Like, that's...
Oh, did he? I don't really pay attention to that.
Yes. He said the Burgomaster really wanted this relic back, and he would be happy to maybe throw a festival. If he's going to throw a festival, maybe he will maybe give some coin for the people that recovered it.
I have yet to get an audience with them, and I've asked. I've been waiting for them to send word to the inn, and I haven't heard anything. We can go check and see if we've been called. I've actually went to his place before too and tried to set a schedule, and he won't even see me, even though they're aware that I'm a noble.
I think we should go to his home.
Maybe
Again?
we
I
tell
was thinking
him-
the same thing.
Maybe we spread the information around that we have the bones and want to give it to him directly, even though we don't. Yeah.
Maybe
Yeah.
let's not lie.
It's not a lie. We've already put him back. It's.
Yeah, I think we should go to his home
Yeah.
without, prior warning.
What time
Let's-
of the day is it?
Let's
out of
break in
curiosity?
and wait for him inside.
I just changed the time. I have the time listed here on the table. It's 10 a.m. in the morning.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, it's really early. So maybe he might not be at home. Maybe it might be at like the town hall working. Or
Where
just,
are we physically right now? We just like in the church, like the cleared out church.
Just like
I will. You guys have just left the steps of the church, and the map of Vallaki are actually right about here.
And where is his home?
we walk
It's
past
slightly
it and
southeast of here. The town is, while this is the largest village in Barovia, this place doesn't get a lot of traffic, right? Nobody wants to come to Barovia and get trapped here through the mists, right? So people are in here, just stuck. It's, it's not really a huge city, guys. The Burgomaster's place is southeast of here. The population is around 1,200 people. It's next to the Reformation Center, which is essentially the barracks.
Well, either we have a few options. Either we go to the town hall or the constables, see the constables. They must have a constable's office, or we can go to the mayor's or the burgomaster's house, or we can go to the tavern and just have a few drinks. This is the way I look at it.
I think if they're going to tell us that eventually we return the bones, that's fine. I think it'd be more of, do we want to see what this festival's about, which is forced, and we know that smiling doesn't work too well if you're not overly happy. Or we could gain more favor by going to the werewolf den. So not only do we return the bones, but now we also have to solve their werewolf problem. That may definitely draw an audience to the Burgomaster. I don't know if the Ember Temple would be very wise right now, just because that's where Strahd got his power.
We
However-
still don't know where it's at, correct?
No, but and then I lean in, so if there's anyone around, no one can hear it. I was like, I do have half of a sword that could be used to harm Strahd, and it will speak to me if I grab its hilt, and we could follow where it goes, where it takes us.
A talking sword.
Yeah. What?
I just.
I didn't want to tell you right away because I don't know if because if he finds out we have it, then we'll probably all lose our lives.
And why would he be scared of a talking sword?
Because it can harm him.
It was owned by his brother, which he killed, and then they got rid of the sword.
Oh. Okay. Then maybe let's not.
I turn to Lucius and I go,
Okay.
what? That makes sense to you? It was owned by his brother. It's gonna hurt him.
Just go with it. I just want to drink alcohol, okay? Just go with it. That's accepted, okay? Whoops.
And just starts walking. I'm going to the tavern as he walking away from the party, head towards the tavern.
I'll come with.
I'll go as well.
The whole conversation stressed me out.
You guys were just at the tavern a couple hours ago, heading back to the tavern, the Blue Water Inn.
They
Is
drink,
everyone going to the tavern? To get a drink after fighting some vampires.
I turned to Irina. I was like, "What do you want to do?"
I don't think we should split our party up.
No. But what do
I'm
you have?
following the dwarf. Go to drink.
Okay. We're heading off to the inn.
The dwarf and all his tall friends.
Really tall
Right.
friends. I go straight up to the barkeep, kind of turn. And
Well, we're not there yet.
Oh.
We're walking
Oh.
there, so I got to set it up. So I want to show you guys the map of it. You guys want to talk
Did you,
while
uh,
we're setting up, going there?
Did you
Yes.
pass any boxes on your way, Dog?
I didn't see any, so it's good. So as we're like walking along, and Marcus and Irina are kind of like catching up slowly after having a little conversation, I'm going to turn to the rest of them and go, so I don't think these two really know what they want. I know what I want. I know she wants to go to a temple. Shaq, I think you just want company, which is okay. But you, Angel Boy, and kind of like flaps his
Angel
arms
Boy.
out to the side. What do you want?
I'm searching for someone or something. Something, yeah. Something would be accurate.
Okay. And are you gonna find it in this town?
I doubt it.
Right.
You guys come up to the Blue Water Inn. Do you guys go in?
Oh yeah. 100%.
It's dark. It's darker inside of the Blue Water Inn. Smoke fills the air. The hunters that were in there earlier, Tog, have left. The foot traffic is quite slow. The barkeep hears you kind of come through. There's a jingle, and the fat, the Mardukov family runs the inn. The fat innkeeper comes behind the gun and says, "Back so soon."
Yep.
Yeah, we are thirsty.
I turn to see if everyone's caught up, and I say
Everybody's in here.
Well, there's 6 owls. Ow, ow, ow. Yep, ow. 6 owls. And
6
I
owls?
I throw down a gold piece on the side, which should cover it easily.
He goes up to the barrel.
That's for the tab, not for the set.
He goes up to the barrel. He's like, and he kind of like sighs a little bit. He's like, "We'll be running out of wine soon. Probably by tomorrow or the next day. My brother lost his stone west of here. He runs the winery southwest from here, south of Kresk." As he's filling up your mugs, and he says,
So,
"I don't know what will happen."
So, if you say want someone to go and have a look to see what happened to your brother, would you be, I don't know, willing to
free
pay?
drinks!
Or free drinks would be also gracious.
Well, I think Lord Marcus was mentioning this morning. He said that the stone is in Strahd's control. It's in Castle Ravenloft. And he hands you your drinks. And he says, we can't grow anything here. There's plenty of rain, but no sunlight.
Do you need
Ah.
sunlight?
I can tell. He looks over at your symbol. He's like, "You probably have not tended the fields very much, have you?" What did you say your name was?
Lucius.
Lucius?
I haven't, but I'm quite skilled with light.
I know. Please don't cast any more magic.
Okay.
So, from what I understand you saying is he's taken this item and soon there will be no more beer. And he kind of looks at the in front of him.
Enjoy it while you can.
6 more beers, please.
You throw down another gold coin.
I'm just gonna buy as much as I possibly can. I'm panic buying because I think it's gonna run out. Basically,
He like goes up and kind of knocks on the drum, and it's like half full probably of the keg.
I kind of turn to the party and go, do any of you have somewhere to store stuff, kind of out the way? I've seen some guys that, like my cousin had this bag, right, and you could take it and just put stuff in it and it would just disappear. And even if it was this big, it would be gone. Do any of you have that?
I wish.
I was thinking about buying a keg, but
I'm
I don't know where to
pretty
put it.
strong. I guess I could carry it around for us.
As much as I appreciate that, big man, when you turn into a wolf, it would break and I'd be very distraught.
Fair.
I have a regular backpack, but I don't think that would be the best thing
No.
to carry a cake.
Oh well, 2 beers it is. And then, as everyone's sitting down with their drinks in front of them, I kind of turn to Marcus. So, Marcus, where are we going? I'm game. As long as there's coin involved, you know this. Where are we heading?
I feel like the options are like 2. I don't know if we'd want to gain more favor in this town by going to fight the werewolves, but I know Shaq is worried about it. Oh, maybe not. This is good. So we could do that and gain more favor, or we could try to find more about this sword.
I have a question as well for you holy types. That consecration, will it stop all vampires coming into the town or just the church?
Just the church.
So
In
why
theory.
would the Burgomaster be so happy that the church is consecrated and his town is not safe? That, again, does not make sense to me.
I mean, if anything happens, they would be safe inside the church, but
Even from
getting
Strahd?
the whole town inside the church would be rather difficult, I'd say.
I know there's not a lot of people. Roughly 1,000, I'm assuming. Kind of looking around at an empty tavern, even though it's 10 o'clock in the morning.
That's why it's empty.
Most people, when they drink,
We're working.
Yeah.
I also
Yeah.
like that you're drinking inside and outside game.
Yeah. Sunday night. Anyway, so they turn to I go back to there and I'm like, well, the other thing I don't understand, what was up with them smiling guards? Why are they like that?
I don't know.
I don't know either. I think the Burgomaster requires them to be happy, and if they're not, then they go to reformation.
So then again, why would the Burgomaster throw this festival for something? I'm not being funny. He seems, if a church being consecrated to me sounds good. Someone that makes people smile and puts children in stockades does not sound so good.
Makes me think more that we should probably follow where this sword wants to take us. I don't know about gaining favor in a town that's already quite odd.
Indeed.
If it helps us get closer to defeating Strahd, we should follow the sword.
Is there, do you know any politics of the area? Is there anyone that wants to maybe assert the Burgomaster to bring more peace to this region? Maybe even start fighting back against Strahd? Because
There is a not that I'm aware of. There's a wandering band of people that still follow Strahd, but since I helped save his daughter, he would be willing to help me or help us. But I think people are so afraid of him, no one's really willing to speak out. I think this burgomaster, or at least what the priest was saying, is that consecration now protects the city, even though maybe normally it only protects the church. I think it extends to the city because they said that he hasn't visited this town in a long time, even though the statue still exists.
Do we know if, like, we've heard the stories that Strahd hasn't visited, but do we actually know if, like, the whole area is consecrated or just the church?
Make a religion check.
Can I do that as well?
Well, Lucius, you did the ceremony, right?
Yeah.
So, I mean, like, it just
Would I
protects
know?
the church. Nothing, it doesn't protect the whole city. It just protects
it
the
did.
church. Now, people have built the city around the church because it gives a guise of protection. And as far as the rumors go, Marcus is saying the rumors are like Strahd hasn't descended upon the city, and wiped them out or whatever, The city just exists. And maybe the rumors are true. You'd have to ask around.
So, I'm going to, again, then say, well, maybe our best bet is to try and get an audience with the Burgomaster. And maybe push for more information. Like, if the way I see it is if we have a safe place to come back to if stuff goes down, then that's better for us. We don't want to burn every bridge, but they seem pretty happy, or the Burgomaster wanted the bones, at least. Maybe we
Okay.
can gain some favor.
We could go back. We could go back there and report that we returned them.
Yes. To the Burgomaster's home.
You guys finish off your drinks and go to the Burgomaster's, right? Is that what it sounds like?
Yeah.
Are we going to the town hall or his home?
Well, and then like think of like we're in medieval times, basically medieval Eastern Europe. The town hall and the burgomasters here in this type of city are one and the same. Next to the burgomasters is the Reformation Center, like I said, which is basically the barracks. There's just a strict, as you guys encountered the guards last session in the town square, it's more like a military state, if you want to think about it like that. It's ruled by fear and force. We're going to the Burgomasters, is that correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to pack
Yes.
the map up and we can roleplay while I prepare for that.
I don't know what to expect with the burgomaster, so just keep on your toes.
Worst
I wanna
case
go-
scenario, we kill him.
I want to go up to Tog and kind of just, like in the quietest voice to the side, tell him, find us a way in no matter what.
Do that.
As we're walking, I'll kind of go over to Tog and say, "Hey, I feel like walking must be pretty hard for you. You want to like ride on my back, or?"
Kind of look up and I go, I'll be honest with you, I'm a little afraid of heights.
Okay,
I'm okay walking.
just trying to be
Us.
generous.
Kind of pats his belly. I need to burn off some extra weight, Maybe if you turn into like one of your animals, I could maybe ride you into battle. That would be kind of awesome. wouldn't it?
Yeah, it would.
A bear.
Yeah. Oh, bear! Can you turn into a bear?
I can. Yeah.
Oh, I've got to get me one of those pointy sticks, that you see them knights on horses. I can't remember what they're
Yeah.
called. But I need to get me one of those.
Spears.
Spear.
The rain
A
lightens up.
lance.
It's a
Yeah,
lance.
the
lance,
Oh,
yeah.
lance for the dwarf thing.
That's it.
The rain lightens up, and Irina, try not to remove your blindfold if you can.
Okay, sorry.
You're good. You're good. So you guys approach the Burgomaster's Manor. The mansion has walls plastered of stone that display many scars where the plaster has fallen away from the age and neglect. Drapes cover every window, including a large arched opening above the mansion's double entendres doors. So, who's knocking on the door?
How many guards have we kind of gone past? I'm assuming there's guards around because it's
I'll roll a d6, or here we go.
main residence. And you said it was right next to the
3 guards. There's no guards stationed outside the Burgomaster's Manor, but it is adjacent to the essentially the
mayor.
police station, if you want to think about it.
Are they all just standing there with massive shit-eating grins on their face as well? You know?
It looks like, this time in the morning, the Reformation Center doors are opened, essentially. The crowd that was building out there as we were traveling to the church is gone inside. A few stragglers are outside, so the trials must be going on. I can describe the Reformation Center in more detail if you want.
Yes, please.
Okay.
Yes.
Slightly south of... I'm trying to see here. See if I can just pull up the map. So, let's take a look here. The Reformation Center is 2 stories, for starters. Has a wooden staked fence that goes all the way around the perimeter. It doesn't have, like, how should I say, like, what do they call those? Ramparts, where guards could patrol it. There is a watchtower, though, with 2 ballistas. And guards are positioned outside. And that watchtower, I believe, is... Let's take a look at the map. It's about 2 to 2.5 stories tall. So it can overlook, the city, and again, something happens, right? We are in a world of magic, after all. And there's more foot traffic is around there, and you can only assume, Tog, that you've burglarized many places and stuff. I mean, guards and stuff must be patrolling around the Reformation Center. You haven't seen the captain of the guard, Isaac, though, around at all.
Okay, we're gonna keep heading in.
Heading inside?
Marcus
Yep.
next on the door of the Burgomaster's home.
Okay.
I'm gonna stay at the back of the group, so I'm not easily seen.
Does Marcus wear like gauntlets on his hands,
What do
or
you wear,
just like
Marcus?
gloves?
Yeah, I'm in full plate.
Okay. So like when you knock on that door, it's gonna be like a resounding
Yes.
noise. Good.
So you're not gonna be a stealthy boy at all, are you? Ka-chink, 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 ka-chink. Everywhere.
Well,
Justice comes in only one flavor, loud. And with that, I knock on the door loudly.
Yes.
I want to say almost like a servant, a butler of some kind. You've seen him before, Marcus. He answers the door. He says, "How may I help you?"
Hello, this is Lord Darkbane, and I request an audience with the Burgomaster.
What seems to be the reason why?
Well, I asked a few days ago, and you have yet to get back to me. And we just returned the bones to the St. Andrew's Church. So I think it may be time to meet him.
You return the bones, you say?
Yes.
I know my lord was concerned about that, and the father was mentioning this. I will go speak with the Burgomaster. He's upstairs in his study. It would be rude of me, my lord, to let you stay outside. It might start raining again. Would you like to come inside?
Yes, thank you.
I believe the Baroness is making tea for some of the townsfolk, if you would like some.
I would indeed.
He looks over to Shaq. He says, "Watch your head, please, as you come in." and he opens up these double doors. Now, the whole place is mapped out, guys. Let me take a look here. What we got? I can take out, so I'm going to take off the blindfold to show you the reference, because Curse of Strahd, all the maps are done. So it's up to you guys. Do we want to do this Theater of the Mind, or shall we put out the battle map? I'm asking the players.
I'm fine either way. It's up to everyone.
Because, I mean, I only want to use the battle map if we throw down, basically.
I say theater of the mind, and hopefully this
Yes,
doesn't
please.
need the
I can
battle
try to
map.
describe. I'll try to describe it so you can use your imagination, which is what I think is better, maybe.
Okay.
Let me pull up the Burgomaster's map so I can walk through it a little bit with you. There's obviously a hallway that goes in, and to the left you hear, some chatter. A group of women are enjoying tea time, essentially. One woman is walking around talking about stories. The butler says, "Please take a seat over here.
Thank you.
The cook is making brunch right now. Shall he make you anything?" He looks over at the elf and Shaq. "Would you like something?
Do you have any roasted potatoes?
Make a persuasion roll."
I am quite all set, thank you.
How do I do persuasion?
You roll it in D&D Beyond. You go to your skills,
Just
and then it should be in your skills under persuasion.
-1. Oh,
Damn.
Wow. You got to roll pretty well there, buddy.
Oh, that's
Nice.
yeah. Getting some potatoes.
There are there's some boxes actually, Tog, to your left as you walk in. I can describe the entranceway a little bit. Framed portraits adorn the walls of the grand foyer, which features a wide staircase with sculpted railings. A long carpeted hall attached to the foyer stretches almost the length of the mansion and has several doors leading away from it, including one at the far end. Bundles of twigs are heaped against the wall. The butler goes off to get your potatoes. He's just asked you to stay nearby. What do you guys do?
Can I roll? I'm gonna roll a history check. See if I've been here before. Or any of my incarnations have.
You have not been here before, Irina. You do not
Okay.
get to roll.
Wow.
Is anybody doing anything while he's politely asked you to wait?
I wanna.
I'm staring at the boxes.
The boxes
I
appear to
wanna
have...
grab
Sorry, go ahead, Lucius.
I want to grab a wand that I have in my bag and put it in my sleeve.
Kind of preparing the wand just in case you need a throwdown. That's what you're saying?
And it's not that wand, it's the wand of
Wand,
smiles.
swan to smile. Okay.
Yeah.
Nice. Alrighty. There's just like bags of sticks and stuff, and appears to be like paraphernalia, essentially, Tog, for the upcoming festivals that the Burgomaster has. A guard enters the premise, and he walks by upstairs. Unconcerned,
Down there.
doesn't even notice you, doesn't really care. Appears to be on other business. There is
In that
foot.
case, is there anything shiny in the room?
Roll an investigation check.
Oh my god.
God's sake. My -1 investigation, go! 12.
Huh?
Nothing of value in the immediate area, but you can only assume this is the mayor of the town, right? The Burgomaster. There must be precious belongings elsewhere in the manor. The butler comes back with essentially a plate of potatoes. He holds it out with some esteem. For a Goliath, it might only be considered an appetizer, but it is what it is. There is a garden attached to the Burgomaster's manor in the back. He wants to lead you.
I hold my hand up like this, hoping that Shaq's going to throw me at least one potato.
I'll throw you like 3.
The butler says, "Follow me. The burgomaster will see you now." He's escorting you upstairs.
I follow.
You'll follow me.
Yes.
You guys pass by a gallery going upstairs. The staircase climbs 20 feet to a beautiful, appointed gallery that continues towards the west, running almost the length of the mansion. Framed landscape paintings line the walls, and red silk drapes cover the 10-foot-tall arched windows of leaded glass.
Do I recognize any of the paintings?
No, it's similar to like walking into almost like a museum, if you want to think about it. Just artists' renditions of portraits. Barovia must have been a beautiful place before Strahd came, and the mist obscured most of the beautiful scenery. It's kind of like Los Angeles. Beautiful but smoggy. He takes you to the right, and he says, "This way." And he opens a door into a study. Or basically a library, actually.
Ooh.
Floor to ceiling shelves line every wall of the windowless room. A number of books containing here is nothing short of astounding. A brass oil lamp sits atop a large desk in the center of the room. The chair behind the desk is comfortably padded and has a symbol of roaring bear stench into the back cushion. The burgomaster's in there. I'm going to link you his picture while I pull it up. He is, and I'm going to try to put on my mustache or something here, so give me a second. See what I can do here. If you guys want to think about what you're doing or something, I don't know. I get
Do I
a little bit
see
ready.
any books that stand out?
It's difficult to read all the titles, but like I said, it's imagine probably a standard, 8-foot, 10-foot ceiling, floor to ceiling, maybe with a few like cupboards underneath of books. Books in this age are quite valuable, and knowledge comes by very rarely itself. Let me pull up this guy's sheet real quick. He has two, by the way, he has two mastiffs, which are basically dogs, quite large dogs, not like German shepherds, but they have that droopy, face. He has them sitting around. They kind of snarl as you come in. A little bit.
Like Paint Shack and go, look at the wee doggy.
Maybe it's a long lost cousin.
Oh, it's much smaller, much more pathetic.
Oh.
He is dressed in like pretty fine clothing. Let me link you his picture in our chat. That's what he looks like. Long, dark hair.
Oh, does he have that?
Am I going to bust out the wig? You guys want me to bust out the wig? Give me a second.
Yes.
Yes.
Absolutely.
This is my old lady wig, but I'm noticing this guy's picture, and then we put on a mustache for him, too. Okay. See what we can do here, guys.
Wait, you putting a wig on right now? Mustache.
What's his expression?
Pretty Yeah, I know. It looks kind of like it, doesn't it, Todd?
It does. Do
Let's see if I can find like a beard here.
you have a necklace? for that?
No, I don't. So he has like browner hair though. So it's kind of like that. Right? Kind of like this. Doesn't really show up that well.
Reliving his 80s hairband days.
I have to
Like a
kind of
porn
darken.
star.
There we go.
Oh no.
Okay,
That
this is about as good as it gets, guys.
Nice.
Sorry. You need.
My hair a little bit in the way.
You need to put on a surfer dude's voice. You know. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry.
Dude.
Tubular. Sorry, it's the haircut.
How may I help you, my lord?
Oh, wasn't expecting that.
So
Well, we've been town. I'm Lord Marcus Darkbane. It's nice to meet you.
Yes. Word has reached me that you have recovered the bones of St. Andriel.
That's correct, Lord.
we have actually, not I.
Uh-huh.
The church has been reconsecrated.
I already don't like this guy. Can I like eye up his necklace to see how it's sort of attached to him?
He's sitting across the desk, and as you kind of try to approach him, the dogs snarl at you a little bit.
I don't want to approach him. I just want to eye it up.
Okay.
From where I am, can I kind of?
It's
see
valuable,
if it's,
obviously.
like,
He's
over his
royalty.
Shoulders. Right. Okay.
It's attached behind his back.
I'm going to approach and hold my hand out and go, "I'm Todd. Nice to meet you."
He says,
As the dogs.
"Back away, peasant." He says,
You call him peasant, laddie, and I back away.
Rude.
so,
Help comes in different flavors and sizes.
Just so you know, I'm a cousin of a kin, and I walk to the back of the room.
know your place, dwarf.
Oof.
This guy is so hot. Go on, carry on.
So we came into this town a few days ago, and we're looking to see a little bit more about what the town has to offer. Maybe more about this upcoming jamboree, and whether or not you may need some more help from us.
The festivals
bones
are my
are for.
greatest creation. They help keep the Dark Lord Strahd away.
How do they do that?
Well, it keeps everyone happy, of course.
By
Unlike your dwarf friend over there, who just snarls at every chance I get, I bet.
Well, he's definitely happy. Don't be confused, good sir.
You don't want to see me when I'm angry, boy.
Who are you calling
You wouldn't
boy?
like him when he's angry.
Careful now.
The festivals are my greatest creation. My father and my father's father created them. We hold them at least weekly. Since you have returned the bones, we will have a feast of St. Andriel. After, of course, we have the Wolf's Head Jamboree by tomorrow. I hope to all see you there in attendance. If you're still around, of course. You adventurers always are getting into trouble.
Speaking of adventuring, my dwarven friend did bring a good point. Was there a reward with the returning of the bones to the church?
Where'd you find them?
In the second story of the
Coffin maker.
coffin maker's home.
Thank you, milady. The Lord seems to have smoked too much pipeweed this morning. The stench of mead is upon your breath.
Yeah,
Let's hope with
truly
this guy.
sorry about that.
Well, I will make sure Isaac rewards you handsomely for the deed. He begins to take the quill and ink that are on his table, and he takes out like some stuff and he scribbles down essentially a debtor's note. He stamps it with a seal's wax. You may talk to him while he's doing this.
Can I do an Arcana check to see if there's anything magical around?
I would like to do that as well.
Who has the highest Arcana roll? Is it Lucius or
I have
Irina?
+4.
What about
I
you?
got 3.
I
So
have
let's
plus
have
7.
You have 7?
7? What the fuck?
Hi.
Well, she is a caster.
Yeah.
I'm a wizard. Okay.
Shall we have Ashley roll? Let's have Ashley roll with advantage.
Yes, please.
Boom.
Nice.
She even need a reroll?
I mean, the books, you get you peer out with your elven eyes and squint a little bit. The books are definitely the greatest thing of value here. But without casting magic in front of the Burgomaster, you couldn't know if they were magical or not.
Which we're definitely, I'm saying not to do.
So what do you think about my beautiful city? He hands Irina a debtor's note, and it basically instructs her to go to Isaac, where he will reward you with 100 gold pieces.
As soon as he hands her the note, I'm gonna say, yeah, I love to see, smiling when we're punishing children and all that lovely stuff.
Speak to you when you've been spoken to, peasant.
You asked, didn't you?
I speak to my lady. I do not speak to the filth of the earth like you. I suggest you leave now, dwarf, before my anger flares up and I throw you in the stocks.
Sorry for my
Good night.
companion. He'll just stay behind me and please be quiet.
I'm gonna roll a
dog.
d20.
Can I,
What are you
can
gonna
I
do?
stealthily use my wand of smiles on the Burgomaster? Whatever his name is.
Let's take a step back. What does Lice want to do first before we start doing anything with magic?
Okay.
Lice, what would you like to do?
I was trying to get him to stay behind me and just quiet so he doesn't get kicked out. Who knows who knows what's around here and who's around here especially.
Okay.
What are you doing, Tog?
This is just for me. I'm gonna.
My dude, please.
I'm gonna grip my teeth really hardly, and you hear the grinding of teeth, and I mean you like hear it like viciously as I'm grinding my teeth, and I walk out. I'll walk out the door and slam the door behind me and leave them in the room.
How rude. I would expect nothing less of peasant filth. And the Burgomaster leans back behind his, chair, his comforting chair.
Did he seal the debtor's note? Does he have his own seal?
Yes. He stamped it with his own seal.
Is it still out on the table?
Yes.
While he's kind of watching the dwarf leave, I want to see if I can steal it.
Make a sleight of hand roll. With disadvantage since the dogs are nearby.
So roll 2.
Yes, take the roll of the 2.
Well.
Okay, I thought you
Oh,
said
nice.
Okay.
You steal the Burgomaster's thing, but I'll let you make an insight roll. As you're lifting it and you're about to pocket the seal of the Burgomaster, obviously he would know you took it if he just looks at his desk. Do you still want to take it?
Yes.
Okay, you take it. He sits back down. He has not noticed yet that it is gone. He seems to be focused on the party. He's looking at Lice, who seems to be speaking. Shaq, did you want to say anything?
During all of this, Shaquille is just anxiously shoveling potatoes into his mouth.
Like one at a time.
Oh, yeah.
Slowly. Just...
Now I'm in the hallway.
Yes, you can go around if you want.
Is there anyone in the vicinity as I walk out?
No.
I want to explore. I want to peek in rooms and see if I can find anything valuable. I'm gonna rob this bastard blind if I can.
Okay. We will kind of do a side thing with you in a minute. Let's go back to the other party while Tog is walking around the Burgomaster's manor, trying to steal it.
I'm gonna stealth round as
Sure.
best I can.
For sure.
Just gonna take the manor, just walk away with it.
Do you want to use your dust of invisibility, Tog?
No, not at the present moment.
You're just
but I
moving
will-
around really carefully. Got it.
Oh, if you want me to roll for stealth, I can.
Yep. 22. Good job. Let's go back to the party, though. The Burgomaster seems to be just sitting there waiting to see if you have an ask. He's responded well that you've recovered the bones of St. Andriel, so the church grounds are now reconsecrated, and he said that he will hold a feast of St. Andriel in a few days. But he's just sitting there waiting to see if you guys want to say anything else to him.
Is there any other tasks that you may want to help us with? That we could help you with?
Adventurers are always coming into town looking for trouble. Disobeying my orders, I've had to jail and reform a few over the years. They always want to try to defeat Strahd. But I say
Yes.
let's just live in harmony with him. And respect his laws as the lord of the land.
Understandable. I see that you have quite a library.
Thank you.
Do you perchance have any infernal written books?
I do not speak such a devilish tongue, and neither should you, a man of the light.
I'm not saying I do, I'm just asking.
But I have responded. Unclog your ears and stop drinking so early in the morning, and maybe you can hear me better.
Okay.
Although I understand you may want to live peacefully from Strahd, what are you worried about with him?
I do not worry about him because he does not bother us. Thanks to our festivals we hold on a weekly basis.
What do you do on these festivals?
We celebrate and make sure everyone's happy. If everyone's happy, the Dark One cannot infect us with his misery.
And
But he's
how-
already cursed your lands.
Are you saying my town is cursed?
I'm saying all of these lands are cursed.
You are not the only adventurers who are brave enough to defeat Strahd. Thousands have come, and thousands have died. You must make the best of the situation, I suppose. You guys ask one more question before we go to Tog. Does anybody else have a question? I'm going to go to Tog right now. You guys think about that. Tog, you're in the second floor of the Burgomaster's Manor. Let me pull up the map. As you walk out, there's a door across the way. You can go to the left, and there appears to be two more doors. Where are you going?
If that's his study,
Yep.
where did we come up the stairs from? To the left or to the right?
If
of
you
where
take,
his study
so you
was?
walk out of the room. If you take a right, you're going to go back to the stairway towards that area
I go
where.
left.
Okay, you go to the left. It's just the end of a dead end hallway. As you're walking down across from the Burgomaster's way, there's a door. Down the hall, there's another door. On the very end of the hall, there's another door. Which door should we go into?
I'm gonna go for the one on the left as I'm walking.
At the end of the hallway.
Yep. Peek in as stealthily as I can.
The door is locked.
Well, the door's locked. I'm gonna lockpick it.
Let's roll a. So how we do lockpicking is if you're in a rush, you roll a sleight of hand check. If you fail the lockpick, then we do a taking 10 on it, right? But it takes you time, and you are stealth. But if some guard just comes down the hallway, like there's nothing to hide behind. They just see you.
There's nothing to hide behind me. I'm just trying to move quietly. Yeah.
Let's make a sleight of hand check and see if we pass the lock on the door.
15. Not bad.
Click. The lock comes undone. You open the doorway. It appears to be a locked closet. Chained to the back of the wall, this otherwise empty closet is a badly beaten man wearing nothing but a loincloth. The iron shackles have cut into his wrists, causing blood to trickle down his hands. He appears to be unconscious. What do you do? Welcome to D&D.
Fireball this house!
I talk to him quietly. I go.
You go up to him.
I kind of tap him, see if he's conscious.
He appears to be like malnourished, right? And he goes, water.
I pull out a water pouch from my fin and give him a bit of water.
He's too weak, and he's manacled. So he can't drink it, and you pour it in his mouth, and he's just like slobbering over it. He's like, what happened?
Who are you? Why are you in the Burgomaster's closet?
He beats me.
Oh,
Why?
kinky.
Lucius. You say why to him, and he's like, they imprisoned me because they thought I was unhappy, and they pulled me out of the barracks. I don't know. I think he's just into beating people. I'm trying to act it. It's kind of funny. Sorry. What are we doing?
So you're a guard.
I'm going to roll a d20 to see. He's not a guard. He appears to just be like maybe a peasant. Says, my name is Petrov. I'm going to roll a d20. If I roll, so here's how it works. If I roll high, a guard shows up.
I'm going to also then close the door behind me and step in with him.
He says, don't go, let me out.
I'm stepping in with him.
Okay.
Unless there's no room.
Sure.
I'm going to pull the door too.
You like have it just like a crack open, essentially.
A crack open.
Your dark vision
so
kicks.
It's not obvious.
Yep.
It's
Your
not obvious the
dwarven
door's
dark
open.
vision kicks in, and you can see like a faint black outline of this individual. He's like, "Can you get me out of here?"
First,
He holds up his shackles and like jingles them a little bit.
First, you need to tell me what you did, boy. If I just release you, I'm going to get in trouble. And if you've done something like kill a child, then I probably won't let you go, so don't tell me that.
I got into a bar fight. They threw me in jail, and the next thing I know, they pulled me out. The burgomaster, it wasn't smiling enough, and
There's got to be a
Starts
reason that you're in the
beating me.
Burgomaster's house, not the reform center across the road.
make a persuasion roll
Oh, God.
as you try to draw information out of this prisoner.
My charisma's so bad. 13.
I think he just likes beating people. He just gets off on it. Says, we don't have much time. Please. And while you're thinking about that, we'll go back to the other crew. You're in the Burgomaster. Wait, you're with the Burgomaster as I swap on the wig again. Whoop. Do you have any more questions for me, my lady, my lord? He looks over at Irina and Marcus.
No.
You know a way to defeat Strahd?
Many have tried to defeat him, but I've even heard people going in and killing him. But he always gets a last laugh. He cannot be killed by mortals such as us. I'm sure he's been blessed by the gods themselves. It's what makes this land, you say, cursed, but time here moves much more slowly from what I understand than the outside. We have an eternity here, while the outside squanders away each day, I suppose. And he pulls off a book off the shelf, Irina, and he says, see, it says so right here. And he like refers to some literature and some study materials on the fact that one, time moves slower in Barovia on a factor of 36-1 relative to the rest of Zin. See, the scholars of the realm say so right here. Wouldn't you agree? And he looks over at the elf. Ashley. Do you guys want to ask the Burgomaster any other questions?
Yeah, do you know of the Amber Temple?
I'm going to make a roll. As he has a pretty extensive study, I'll make the DC lower. Yes, there was a temple. The gods, they built them all over Zin a long time ago to help the mortal races with magic. I myself am not one of these benders or casters. I can, of course, outsource those things to other folk. But I believe on the south, in the mountains, there was a temple there. And he pulls a book off the shelf, and he hands it to you, Irina, and he adds it to your map.
Yes.
He says, this might be the temple you're referring to. Now, if you don't mind, I have to go appease my wife. I ask you to, if you need any more food from the kitchen, you may, of course. And he looks over to Shaq and nods. I know Chef Jeeves does quite a good job, wouldn't you say?
Yeah.
I must go off, though. He's going to make a perception check to see if his thing is missing as he kind of just tidies up the room. As he's kind of escorting you out. He fails it. His perception check, so you have the seal and he doesn't notice it yet, but you never know. He might put 2 and 2 together later down the road. And he begins to escort you all outside, and he says, let's go back to the dwarf, though. As you're in the closet, the door, Tog, you're in there with him. What do you want to do?
But you said we could go to the kitchen, right?
Yep, I'm going to just go to Tog real quick as you guys are just thinking, right?
Two things I'm gonna do.
Okay, what do you want to do?
First thing I want to do is look him over. Does he look like he's malnourished? Does he look like he's been beaten as well?
Yeah, he has a welt in his face and over his eye.
Okay.
And he's in a loincloth. He's been stripped almost butt naked.
I'm gonna pull his front lip up to see if he's got sharp teeth, because I don't like vampires. They scared me once already.
He says, as you begin to lift up his lip, he's like, what are you doing, dwarf?
I'm just making sure. I'm just making sure before I free you. Now shut up.
Well, just, I mean, he has blood around the manacles, and you know that the vampires regenerate. And you know, like, when you were attacked upstairs, and they were able to grab... Okay. All right.
Let's clear the air there.
Let's clear the air. So, what do? You unlock his manacles?
After I've done that and I'm happy, I'm going to unlock his manacles, try and lockpick him.
Go ahead and make a sleight of hand roll.
Yeah, boy.
Awesome. A nat 20 pops up.
Yeah.
Boom.
Okay. You lock, they just, with almost like super ease, you just pick it, take one of your little pins and stick it into the side of the manacle, just pull it a little bit, it does it, and the guy goes, impressive.
Now,
He says, how do we get out?
we need to be quiet. Stay quiet and follow me. I'm going to hold your hand. It's not weird. And as I do, I take his hand and then throw the dust of disappearance over me and him.
Awesome. You both turn invisible. And as this happens, Tog, you hear the Burgomaster, leaving his room, and he's escorting you. Hear the chatter of the other party members. Are we going downstairs? I'm going to the rest of the party before we go back to Tog. The dogs follow the Burgomaster wherever he goes.
Yeah, I'm cool to just follow him, like, going towards leaving the home.
He escorts you guys downstairs, and as he's walking by, the hallway with paintings, he says, magnificent, aren't they? He's pointing to some of the scenery, on the walls. Wouldn't you agree, big man?
Yeah. I love art.
Did you come from one of these mountains, I wonder?
Maybe.
He takes like a smell at you. What do you smell like?
I probably smell like paprika and garlic right now. And the potatoes.
Well, would you like me to have Chef Jeeves make you anything else?
You mean I can have more?
Of course.
Do you have
Can I
any-
have some as well? I'm sorry.
Yes. Even though you wish to speak infernal, you filthy heathen.
I don't speak infernal. That's a lie, by the way.
He looks back over at Shaq. Shall I get you some more potatoes? You can
Sure.
boil them, mash them, mix them in a stew.
Yes. You people are so kind here. Wow. Yeah.
He escorts you guys downstairs to the waiting room. You guys walk past all the artwork. He's just slowly taking his time. He's a posh nobleman, right? People wait for him, right? So he takes you off, and he, of course, leaves, and he says, well, I will hopefully see you tomorrow at the festival. If not, and you don't get in trouble. Hopefully I do not see you in the stockades if you are misbehaving. He looks over at Lucius as he says this. and he walks off.
Now, we would never misbehave.
We're going to go back to Toggle.
I hear this going on because they're obviously talking in the hallway.
Okay.
Did it sound like they all went down the stairs?
Of course, you're kind of like you snuck a little bit out of the doorway. I mean, you already rolled a really high stealth roll, plus the dust of disappearance. You're invisible.
I'm still going to be careful and slow because I know I can still be heard.
He sees like this guy sees the shoes that you stole from the grave guy. He says, "Can I have your shoes?"
Threw those away, damn it.
You threw them away? Oh.
Yeah.
I thought I didn't hear that part. I'm
At the
sorry.
very beginning, yeah.
Oh,
Can
I wish I had some shoes.
Can he walk? Is he like well enough?
He's not very stealthy, but he's moving as best he can. He is barefoot though.
I am gonna pick him up. I don't care. I need him to be quiet. I'll pick him up.
Let's make a
and
strength
carry
check.
him if I have to. Just
And then-
straight strength.
Yeah, I'm gonna have you. Well, here's the thing. I'll allow you to pick him up. You don't have to roll a strength check, but you just make stealth checks with disadvantage. And I'll just roll a d20, and if a guard pops up, we'll roll an opposing stealth roll. Are we gonna sneak around the rest of this manor, or are we just going outside?
I am going straight for the front door, down the stairs, following the group that are going down the stairs. So the noise going down the stairs is kind of like mirrored by me, or at least a little bit hidden.
You try to pick this guy up as you're walking down the stairs. Okay.
He's isolated.
That's true, he's little.
isolated, and I'm super fucking strong.
You just see the rest of the party in there. They're being right as you're walking down the stairs, carrying a guy invisible. You know, you see like G, the butler or whatever, handing some more food to Lucius and Jack. Yeah, as usual, the party is pigging out,
I'm gonna carry on
drinking
towards
and
stores,
pigging out.
and as I go past Shaq, I'm gonna go save some of those for me. As I go outside,
Oh,
make
jeez.
my way outside.
What was that?
What was that?
I'm gonna say it quietly enough behind the big man. I'm not gonna shout it.
Oh, okay. Really?
And I'm heading out the door. I'm going outside.
Okay. You successfully make it outside with the guy. Good job. As the rest of the party is sort of indoors eating, right? Just chowing down. The wife shows up. See if I can pull her up. She's dressed like a nobleman too. I'm gonna take off my beard because that just looks weird, right?
Yes.
Why, hello! Shall I get you some tea with those potatoes?
Yes, I would love some.
Her hair is brown, bunned in the back. She says, "Coming right up." And she walks into the other room. You hear the chatter of other dining guests in there. You just take a peek around the corner shack, and you see there's like a giant table, I would say, with a bunch of women, enjoying some tea.
Can I go sit with the women?
Do you want to?
Yes.
Okay. You walk in, and she looks back, and she's like, "Oh, would you?" Yeah, you guys. So Lucius follows you. Are we following in to the tea room?
I think you did invite us for tea after all, so
I mean,
I think it might be rude not to.
yeah.
You guys love tea parties?
A chandelier of wrought iron fitted with wax candles hangs above a polished wooden dining table. Around the table are seated 8 women of various ages in comfortable high-backed chairs. They wear faded clothes, drink tea, and devour cake, while a 9th woman, well-dressed and very pleased with herself, circles the tables and talks excitedly about the decorations of the impending festival. She hands Shaq some tea.
Thank you.
I want to ask her what the significance of the bundles of twigs are that are leaning against the wall.
Why, my loving husband, he's going to use those for the festival, of course.
How?
And then, of course, whatever we don't use, we use for firewood to stay warm. It's right by the way, guys. It's turning into winter.
We've never been to this festival. What does happen? What happens?
Well, the Wolf's Head Jamboree. She says, I will go get you a flyer if you need one.
Oh, I didn't know there were flyers.
It
Shall
would
I
be
go?
nice if you just explained it though as well. I would
Yeah.
love to hear more about it.
She kind of looks around nervously a little bit. She says, well, the festival helps keep the Dark Lord away.
Well, yeah, but what happens?
Well, we celebrate. She kind of looks around nervously. She doesn't have an answer, really.
So, you don't know?
All will be well. She nervously pours some tea.
Okay.
You guys are all sitting around, and one of the women goes next to Shaq as you sit down awkwardly into one of these chairs, as it's obviously too small for you. She says, where do you hail from?
I'm from a small town known as Hoop Town. Have you heard of it?
Oh, I thought maybe you were one of those disgusting mountain men.
Oh, well, I do come from the mountains, but we're not disgusting. Never called us that. It's not very nice.
There's been rumors of the mountain men coming down and stealing the children. Oh, heavens, no.
No, we would never.
It's not him, they're far too shorter.
Yeah, they have ugly beards and smell bad. Where I come from, we play a game called Hoop Toss. It's very fun, family friendly. We don't want to hurt anyone.
Oh. I hear we're going to run out of wine soon.
Quite a shame.
I don't know what will happen, if the Baron will be able to keep his power anymore.
What do you mean by that?
Well, no one can drink.
Is that how you stay happy?
Of course. She takes a sip of her tea. You notice, like, under her, like, blouse or whatever, you see, like, one of those, like, whiskey flasks.
Okay. But it's like 3 times bigger than a normal one.
Everyone in this town is an alcoholic.
Yeah. That's why they're running out.
Let's go back to Tog real quick. Tog, the man escapes outside with you, invisible. He says, thank you so much. You're muted, or something's going on.
Yeah, I was muted. Right. Now, I have to check on my friends to make sure they've not been eaten or anything. But you need to leave. And I don't just mean here. You need to leave the town.
Where do I
Because
go?
if he
I have no
finds-
gold. They stole everything. All my equipment is left in, and my clothes must be in the Reformation Center. But now I'm a wanted man, and if they find me, they're just going to kill me. Especially
You
if the
have-
Burgomaster finds out I escaped and you just showed up. What will our story be?
Do you have any relatives in any other towns?
Well, I think my mother's still around. He's a little shocked, obviously.
Yes. Oh, it hurts me so much. I'm gonna reach into my pouch.
He's like feeling around invisible, like trying to touch you or something.
As I'm still holding onto his hand.
Okay,
I'm gonna reach into my pouch.
sure.
Take out 5 gold pieces.
Okay.
Place them in his hand.
Oh,
Uh,
they jingle a little bit.
that's five gold, my friend. That should be able to get you out of town and somewhere safe. It should be able to get you some shoes. I know you like your shoes, but leave town today. You will be invisible, so don't go talking to anyone for a little while yet.
He feels the coins and he's like, "Are you sure these aren't silver?"
They are gold. Take my word from it. I am a dwarf. I would not lie about such things. You know this.
Thank you, Master Dwarf.
Now leave town.
You see
Do
like
not
his
get
little You see his like foot splashes, from the rain that has stopped, of course, splash off. And he looks back and you hear him like, almost it sounds like a faint thing. He just says, "Thank you." And he walks off. What do you do?
Okay.
You're still invisible.
I'm gonna. Let me double check because I wouldn't know how long this lasts.
1 hour.
1 hour, isn't it?
Should I go back to the other group while you're thinking about it?
I'm gonna head. If I don't think it is an hour.
I don't know, maybe
think
10
it's-
minutes.
I think it's like 2d4 minutes or something, which you roll, not me. So I don't know how long it lasts.
You're making me look it up, buddy. Why don't you go look up the item and tell me what it is? Let's go back to the other group while we're thinking about this.
Yeah, it's a 2D.
You guys are busy eating some tea and some cakes with the women there, and she's just more happy and obliged. Do you have any more questions for the Baroness?
I wonder where the dog is.
She looks over at, actually, Lys. She says, "My son, of course. He is always meddling in magics. We tried to wed him recently, but he's a little odd."
I'm sorry. Who?
My son.
Oh.
Where is he?
Oh, he's probably upstairs in the attic, fumbling around.
I might know magic if you want me to teach him.
She looks over here. "Weren't you the person asking about Infernal? Good gracious."
No, I just make sure that there's no one around that knows Infernal because it's a evil language.
Uh-huh. And she turns back over to Lys and says, how am I... Could you maybe see him or talk to him?
Oh, of course. Will he be down soon?
Oh my god.
Oh, he doesn't really listen to me much anymore. He's always just doing his own thing.
How old is he?
Do you guys mind if I go fetch him?
Yeah, that's
Maybe
fine.
see what he knows.
Yeah.
Or
I'd
just
have
he
to
wants to chat.
escort you. We're not supposed to have strangers wandering around.
Oh, of course.
Well, I could go upstairs and we could look for him, I suppose. Shall
Are you
we?
guys okay with that?
Yeah, why not?
Okay.
Tog, what do you want to do? You want to go back to the party so we all go upstairs together? You're going to be invisible, or how's that working? What are we doing, Tog?
I think
I'm
now would be a
gonna-
good time to ride Shaq.
I'm gonna go back into the house and just stand in the hallway to see if I see him come back towards the stairs.
Sure, I mean, you see them, they're all enjoying crumpets, and tea in the other room.
Are they just in the hallway?
Like, you see Shaq sitting down at the table, like, she's, like, seems to be commotioning with one of the other
Smashing his
noble
face.
women.
I go up behind Shaq because I've used it before, and I slap him as hard as I can on the back, so making an attack.
Now, that would make you become visible if you make an attack roll.
Yes.
So you'd
And I'm gonna go,
spontaneously
"Oh,
appear in
that's-"
front of him. You want to...
I'm gonna position myself behind him and then slap the back of his legs, basically.
Okay.
So I was almost like hiding
Sure.
behind him and such.
Make
what I'm gonna try to-
the woman notices you just kind of appear. Make a deception roll.
I wouldn't have put myself in front of her line view. I would have made sure I went behind, like, you said they were in the hallway as I entered. Is that where they are? Or am I
Oh yeah, because we're walking up to the.
upstairs. You're
Yeah.
walking upstairs.
Oh, okay. So you want to just kind of appear like you're just coming out from somewhere else? Okay, sure. I get
Yeah,
it.
So from the front door.
We're all going upstairs to the attic. Is this true?
Yeah.
To see
Yeah.
the little Brat, the little Baroness's son.
Brat.
So
Hold
he
on.
passes you down the basically you pass by where you guys go back upstairs. The Baron you guys don't know where he went. Apparently he just left, maybe he had other business. But the Baroness is now escorting you around the manor. You guys go to the upstairs gallery, basically past the previous gallery, And the stairs climb to a 10-foot wide gallery that stretches almost the length of the mansion. Breathtaking paintings of landscapes line the wall. 2 separate narrow hallways lead away from the gallery to the north. So there's another hallway to the right before we go upstairs again to the attic. Are we going upstairs, guys?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good.
Is she the only one taking us, or is it like her and a butler, or is it just her and then
Just
everyone
her.
else is still?
Just to clarify, I'm
Sure.
visible now. I managed to blend in, didn't I?
Yep.
As
She's believed your story that you've just kind of come out from maybe the restroom or something, or the washroom or whatever, and you're now there.
I'm gonna catch up and go. Oh, there you are. You enjoying your food, Chuck?
Yeah.
The
I
DM
just
is
stop
too.
eating.
So we're walking upstairs, and let me see how we get in here. I don't see a stairway up to this thing, so I guess it's like one of these like ladder type things that just come out of the ceiling or whatever. And the woman says, she calls out for his name. Let me see what his name is.
Joey.
God damn it. I'm trying to stay so faithful to this module, guys. Sorry. All these guys have names and stuff.
It's gotta be Joey.
Hey, Joey. Are you up there, darling? Darling? Oh, my old shoes and clothing. If I go up there, I'll just get all dusty. She looks over at Lice. She says,
No worries.
can you just go fetch him and make sure he's okay? And maybe you can speak to him, some sense into him.
Of course, yeah.
She says, well, I'll wait for you here. I'll meet you back down in the tea room, I suppose. Don't wander off too far.
Again, to put this into perspective, right?
Sure.
We've just walked up a set of stairs. Now we're going through a leather hatch to where they keep their son in the attic.
Yep.
Okay, just making sure.
Their son who randomly likes magic.
Oh lord. All right.
All right.
Nothing bad up
Does
there. You'll be
If
fine.
anyone want to come with me?
Yeah, I'm gonna go up with her.
Yay.
All right, I've just revealed, like, basically the battle board of kind of what's going on. We're coming out of this room, I guess. Let me switch over the camera a little bit.
Battleboard. Whoa.
I heard that.
Yeah,
I was
sorry.
like, hold
Same
on a
thing.
second.
Just to give it, because this is a really cool map, and so sometimes I do want to show up some of the maps. You're coming out through this room, and I'm going to describe the room real quick.
Oof. There's a lot of stuff in there.
Trying to organize this, guys.
Burgomaster's not very good at pleasing his wife. He like vanished.
There's like an open doorway is here where you guys can see into this stuff here. This
Lots
is
of
a-
stuff for things to hide
I told
behind.
him I was invisible. You just didn't know about it.
That would have been awesome.
A dusty 20-foot square room has high-pitched ceilings that reach to its peak 20 foot above. So it's a very tall attic, 20 feet high shack. Reminds you
nice.
maybe back home of some of the mountain houses. The wooden rafters are shrouded in cobwebs except for an old table and a lantern on it. The room is empty besides that. And you guys can look into here what appears to be a bunch of clutter, stacks of crates, and so on, just a storage area. We can put out the models if you want. I have these black things. These are my fog of war. And I remove them if you kind of move out.
Whoa.
So, do you want
There's
to?
an angel.
So let me let me get your guys' models over here. Let's move that model back real quick. Where if that was on your thing, I'm just gonna copy pasta you guys in here if we need to go in here. So you guys can move your models in here. I just put them out over here, right, guys? You see that?
Where did we come from? Like,
You
where's
guys
this-
are coming
the
into
door.
this
I see.
room right here.
I see.
Yeah, there's like a little
Are we
crawl
walking
space.
into a room full of crates?
This is a bunch of crates.
Oh,
A reoccurring
like
theme.
this.
Yeah, not a fan.
And this is to scale, guys, so it is kind of tight, right?
I go to talk and I say, don't smash anything.
Grabbing one of his axes and like. "Ugh."
And I want to say right after that, yet.
Yes.
Yeah.
And we're following the Burgomaster's wife.
The Burgomaster's
Oh,
wife
no,
has
she's
stayed
gone back
behind
out.
and gone back down to entertain her guests. While
Yeah, she's
Marcus
feeding
takes
us
a
to him.
giant yawn.
So we're
Oh, boy.
alone.
What the fuck are we doing?
Let's raid this.
Okay, hold on. Hold on.
What are we doing, guys?
Relax.
Do we know this kid's name?
She only referred to him as darling, so I'm gonna go with no right now.
I'm gonna like turn to everyone and like, because I missed a few minutes and go, guys,
Why are we here?
what are we doing? Why are we here?
It's a great question.
Can I roll for investigation?
You want to search this empty room?
It's empty. I thought there were crates.
You want to
But
go
no, we
into?
haven't got into the room.
Oh, we
yet.
haven't gone in yet? Okay, never mind.
Shall we
Before
move
we
into
go
this
in, I
room of
say-
crates?
Don't go near the
I'd like to
crates.
move in.
They could be dangerous.
Move your own model.
I can't get it. I can't get it
Oh
to.
boy.
Steam actually is down in my area, so I can't access Steam.
Perfect.
I know, right?
I know.
Okay.
So the problem is, guys, is sometimes like there's unit collision and stuff like that going on. So just do the best you can. So Shaq is moving in there too. I'm going to remove some
Plop.
more fog of war here, guys. See like that? I've just kind of given you some idea, and I'm going to describe the room a little bit more.
Lots of crates. Don't like this.
Relax, it'll be okay.
This is a
Don't worry.
large attic filled with old forgotten things draped in white
Starting to
sheets.
panic.
Piled around them are barrels, crates, trunks, and old furnishings covered with cobwebs and dust. You see a clear footpath through the maze. You can kind of see that if we look here. There's like a 5-foot path, that we can go through here.
Okay.
Keep
And there I've
this
revealed
on
the
me.
whole attic for you guys. Shall we move up? Basically, this is considered extremely difficult terrain, so it takes 4 times movement to move through, unless we start making athletic checks to jump around. So we approaching this door up here. The door appears shut.
Okay.
Damn it.
Lucian
say
is moving
someone-
up or what?
I'm guessing, yeah.
The rest of you guys are sitting in here.
I'm following, but for some reason I can't find.
Now, Lucius asked a question about traps, for instance, last game. If you want to search for traps using your passive perception, you need to do something called a take 10. And you asked about it, passive perception. So I listened to another DM. We do not do taking 10 for searching for traps. You have to declare that you're looking for traps. Then I make a roll in secret. You don't know the roll.
Okay. Can I search for traps?
What the?
Now, you're just a cleric.
All right.
Who's moving it?
You have no experience with searching for traps of any kind. So you usually too, like in older D&D rules and stuff like that, I know, like, for instance, Tog is the only one who really understands traps and so on. So what do you want to do, Lucius? I mean, you spent a lot of time in the clergy, but you weren't out like booby trapping things.
Hey, Tog, do you want to...
Take the lead here.
Yeah.
I will look, but I just want to clarify. We're looking for their child in this dusty ass place.
It's far away from the tavern, Tog.
Far away from the tavern.
Well, you want to get a good feel, I guess, of the Burgomaster and all he has to offer. So
Oh, the Burgomaster's gonna die. I'm gonna kill him. Just so everyone's aware.
Okay.
Why though?
Because he's a
Why?
douche.
Okay,
I
true.
don't know. I kind of look around and don't see anyone else with us. I go, well, for starters, he kept a guy in his fucking closet.
What?
He what?
He was beating a guy and had him locked in a closet. I don't know why, but that guy has gone now. I've got him out of here, so eventually he's going to find out that guy's missing and probably be pissed, and we're wandering around his house kind of aimlessly. It might be a good idea just to leave.
I think he's missing
it.
something else too.
Yeah, where's his kid?
I don't really care.
No, I mean his seal. Well, yeah, we probably should move a little bit more quickly. Do you want to take?
Yeah.
Oh. Yep. Let's go.
You want me to
Take the lead, yeah.
I sigh. Like hesitating, but then I take lead. I walk down in between the crates, and as I'm going, I'm checking for traps.
Before talk starts, I want to take out the seal and toss it to him and be like, "That's for you."
I take it, catch it, look it over. It's the Burgomaster's seal, is it?
Yeah.
I've got to write this down to make sure I've got.
Might come in handy later to yeah.
Just in case.
I can't write. Okay, I'm gonna head down in between the crates with everyone following me, checking for traps as I go.
You're
Where do I
muted.
get to?
Muted.
Whoop. Yep, I already rolled for you. We're checking for traps. And I've made a roll so far. No traps have triggered.
No traps are triggered?
No traps are triggered. Shall we go up to the door?
Yeah.
I'm going to the door. Continue.
So I'm not touching your models. The rest of you guys are in here as we approach kind of like these
Take
events.
out the rear.
These story events, essentially, guys. So you guys have to be in marching order. If I would like say we roll combat or whatever, right? And, you know, this is where your model's at. So if you're stuck out in the room
Yeah.
or trapped or something, that's where it is, guys.
Because obviously there's a bit of stuff with lies internet. Are we assuming in the marching order you're going to be behind
I'll be behind you.
me?
Yeah, I got you.
Oops.
Immediately behind me.
Yeah.
Good.
There you go.
Thank you.
Someone
There we
has
go.
carved, Tog, on the doorway a large skull. Hanging from the doorknob is a wooden sign that reads, "All is not well," all in capital letters. And you hear a young man's voice beyond the doorway. What do you do?
Bust it open.
I'm going to turn after and point. I'm not going to say anything at the minute, and I'm going to say, maybe someone that can talk well, not so much this guy, should say something first.
Oh,
see.
Oh, can I use
I come off a bit brash, you know, not wearing a shirt and have giant axes on my fucking back.
Do you want to switch places? You want me to stand first?
Kind of
I
lean and then knock on the door as I lean over.
before you knock or as you're knocking, can I use performance to sound like his mom to ask him to come out?
Like a mimic almost? Is this through a
well, I
spell
mean,
of some kind?
No, I have. Well, I mean, I have performance.
Sure, make a roll. It's not as good as magic, of course, which would like automatically work, like alter self or change self or something like that.
Right.
I could just
What do you
cast
say?
disguise self if that'd be easier.
She called him darling.
Irene is already kind of gone, unfortunately, at least, so you got to speak up. Yeah, you so role play it out.
She called him darling earlier. Yeah.
Of course. Yeah.
I just want to, in as close to a voice as hers I can be, just, darling, come out, please.
The man's voice behind there, you hear goes silent. What do you guys do?
Knock on the door and kind of poking in again.
Okay.
Did I think it was good?
It was passable, especially through a door.
Tog is kind of knocking on the door. He's like searching too, like a careful would be for traps. There's some type of glyph on the door. It appears to be magically warded in some way.
I think they locked the child in here.
I know glyphs, spells, so maybe I wouldn't know.
I kind of poke the person standing behind me and go, "You're a wizard, aren't you? There's some sort of magical shit on the floor."
Can I look at the glyph and see what it is? Like,
Yeah, I'll
what
step
kind
out of your way.
I think his wife is trying to tell us something. She wasn't
Yeah.
really happy about a lot of the things, and I think they might have lost their son in here.
I'm going to make an Arcana roll in secret. Are we using Lysa's Arcana roll?
Yeah.
Yes.
Was it +7 or
Yes, please.
something?
Well, it was +7, yeah.
It appears to be like, look at some of the runes and incantations on the ground. It's rudimentary, done by maybe an amateur wizard, but a talented one at that. It appears to be a glyph of warding, explosive runes. You would need to have the command word to open the door, otherwise it'll explode in your face.
Really quick, if I cast my Dispel magic, will it work?
Yes, it'll suppress the ward for 10 minutes.
Okay. You guys okay if I do that?
We actually
Yeah,
have to
okay,
make
so-
we have to make a DC roll. That you make the DC roll against the opposing spellcaster, I think, and that determines if it's suppressed. So you have to roll a D20.
Okay.
Shall we
It
do
depends
that?
it depends on the level that you cast it at and the
Yep.
level of what it was cast at.
Yep.
How do you know so much about that Tog?
Tog.
He's a natural mage
What'd you roll?
at heart.
Are you rolling in D&D Beyond? Or are you going to
Yes,
use your dice in front of you?
No, I had to put those away.
I know, you have a special dice. Now, you're plus your spellcasting proficiency bonus, I think, right?
Yes, I can't find where that is.
Irina, do you want to give her some encouragement before she rolls this?
Yeah, I'm gonna tell her. You got this.
So she gives you Bardic Inspiration, roll another
Okay.
D8. Now, normally you guys have to do that before you roll, but that's okay. We're kind
Another
of practicing
D8?
new characters. Yep,
I
so
didn't think I had to with Bardic Inspiration. I
You
thought
do.
Bardic Inspiration, I could just do it before or after.
It's a bonus action, not a reaction. So it needs to be done. It has to be, so it's given to Lyse. She has to use it before the roll is. She actually can make the roll, but she actually has to have the Bardic Inspiration on before she modifies the roll. Why doesn't Lyse roll a D8 and you mark off one of your Bardic Inspirations?
Yeah,
Check
well,
boxes.
it says here that this can be added after seeing the roll.
Yeah, so you give it to her,
Okay.
she rolls, and then she can use it after her roll if she chooses.
After her roll.
Okay.
Okay, so I do roll a d8 now?
Yep,
Well,
roll
you
a
have to
D8.
roll your
Only if you
d20
want.
first.
She did.
Well, I
she
did
rolled
roll a
7.
d20, I got a 7, and then, what
Roll
was
a
it,
D8,
plus my d8, okay.
This is your Bardic
Cool.
Inspiration roll. Rolled a 5, so that gets you up to 12. I'm going to assume it works because of Irina.
Okay.
Helping you out. Irina, can you pan your camera a little bit back? You're starting to creep up into the frame a little bit again. You got to go back.
Yeah,
Head height right here, babe. Right here.
we're redoing my desk and it's messed up.
So you basically start to mutter some words, Lyse. Ira suli. And the runes begin to glow and then fade out. It's been disabled. Or suppressed for 10 minutes.
Okay, so we have 10 minutes to getting it out. Okay, let's go.
You can pass through the door unhindered now if you want to. Shall we go inside?
Alright. I'm
Yeah,
gonna
let's go.
put my arm across, stop her, check for traps as I'm going through the door.
So is Todd going in first?
Thank you.
Yeah, I'm going in first.
Aye, laddie. The door doesn't appear to be further trapped. I'm going to remove what's going on in here. So we can move models and stuff in here. Let's just move Tog in there for starters, and then I'm going to describe the room.
Pile in.
I know Lucius is like, boom, let's get in. But it just depends on what you guys want to do, too. I have to put out the model of this guy. You see a young boy. He's in the corner. Like this. Let me describe it.
Is he crying?
Nope. But that's the
Oh,
model I
fuck.
got for him. I'm sorry. He just appears to be... Someone has taken an old mishmash furniture and created a study of this dusty lamp-lit chamber. Remember, this is an attic guy, so I've been considering it like low light kind of. Tables are strewn with pieces of parchment, which are strange diagrams are drawn, and freestanding bookshelves hold a collection of bones. A dusty rug covers the floor in the front of the pine box on which lounges a skeletal cat. Several more skeletal cats stalk about. Most unnerving of all the sight are three small children. As a sight, of three small children with their backs against the door. There appears to be like necromantic magic going on in here. Basically, that's the way I want to describe it. So we have three skeletal cats and three children that are skeletons, and a boy.
That's all children.
Yeah, and the boy says, "I told you to stay out." He looks over at Tog. What are we doing?
I think this is another one for you, wizard lady.
Yeah.
Did my mom send you up here?
Yes,
Yeah.
she sent me up here. She said you like magic, and I'm a wizard, and I can teach you. What do you want to know?
I'm a great wizard myself, as you can tell.
I can. Want to share tricks?
Yeah. What can you show me?
Well,
The skeletons.
starters,
He like commands all the skeletons mentally, to like turn all towards you.
okay.
Oh.
I can put out the skeleton models if you want me
Shine.
to.
That's
Okay.
creepy as fuck.
Lucius, let me know if we're rolling initiative.
Okay.
Let's see.
I'm
gonna link you the picture of this boy for starters, so we can get a little.
Wonder smiling.
There's a picture of the boy.
Gosh.
So for giggles, can I cast disguise self and disguise myself as his father?
Cute. You do, and he says, "I hate that old man. Always telling me what to do."
Oh, that makes two of us, lad. Ain't that good? I am not deceptive at all. I don't like that guy.
Victor kind of comes closer to you, I guess, and he says, "My latest invention, of course, is where Tog is at. Not Tog, but he says where this dwarf is at. On the ground, you kind of don't notice this because you're kind of taken back by the skeleton's Tog. It appears to be like a circle of some kind, and Victor like waves his hand a little bit with some precipitation, causes like a small gust of wind. It blows some dust off, and there's like a circle that you're standing in the middle of.
Oh shit.
So I would love
gonna
to see
go,
more
"Oh."
about what that is, but can my friend please step out of there before you do so? Or
What is it?
are you gonna
do?
harm him in any way?
Well, I've tried in the past to send people out of Barovia. It's a
Is that how
way-
you do it?
Yes, it's in my teleportation circle. Now step aside, dwarf, before you kill yourself.
Okay.
Step aside. I don't like the big glowy thing on the floor.
And one of the skeletal cats like curls by your leg as you do that.
Oh
And you
god.
feel its
you,
rib.
Arena.
You feel its like rib cage, come up
No.
against you.
I'm just gonna deal with it.
And he says, "I haven't quite mastered it quite yet, but I've tested it on a few of these children over here, and of course they perished, but sacrifices must be made to escape this hellhole, for all is not well."
You just want to escape like this manor? Do you want to leave Barovia?
Thought you were a good wizard. No, I want to escape all of Barovia, you nincompoop.
Okay, okay. Okay. Well, first for starters, do you want to leave the manor with us?
Where would you go?
Unfortunately, we're still going to be here, but we're going to be adventuring. You get to be out of here. You don't get to be stuck in this little dusty area.
Did you put the ward on the door yourself, or were you left up here?
Of course I put the ward on there myself. Who do you think
We
I
got
am?
10 minutes. Well, you got a little under 10 minutes now to get out of here before it explodes, so let's go.
So that's how you're able to get in. I'm impressed.
Yeah, I can teach you. Let's go.
He says a command word. He says, "Urak, Irak." Some strange
God.
phrase. He says, the ward... well, hold on, Lucius. He just says it. And the ward is basically, he's like, "I've disabled it. It's been some time since I've been in the company of another mighty caster as yourself."
Oh, you flatter.
So have you figured out a way to escape this shithole?
Well, are you talking about the manor or the town still?
God damn it, I thought you were
Barovia.
listening to me. I said Barovia.
Okay, well, I mean, there's two ways we can escape here. We can just leave out the door, obviously, but we gotta walk out of the town. But we're looking for a place, and if you think you know where it is, you can help us. And you can come with us. It'd be nice to have another caster with me. You know, trade spells and everything like that.
Make a persuasion roll. Because you're trying to convince the boy to leave the manor. A 10. He says, well, where will I take my skeletal friends?
With you, of course.
I think not.
Sounds like we could always give you a few more.
Yeah,
What do you
that
mean?
too.
Well, when we go adventuring, we usually run into some unpleasant folk, and you could use them if you so choose to help learn your casting ways.
He looks over to Lysis like, stupid paladins. And he says, take a look at these runes on the ground with me. Make an arcana roll as you look at the teleportation circle. If you want to.
It's gonna
Is he gonna like?
Oh, that's good.
It appears to be like, I don't know where, we didn't work out your backstory, like where you learned magic, but obviously the boy is talented. He was able to do some pretty good magic. He might be a sorcerer or a wizard of some kind, who knows. But the
he was
teleportation...
holding a book.
Yeah, he's got a little book in his hand, And then, and basically the circle seems to be like incomplete for a magic circle. Now, the magic circle is already beyond your powers as a caster, but you've seen other casters. You've seen how it's done. And so there's just something missing about it. And so something's wrong with the circle. And he says, how can we fix it?
You have another side of it out somewhere?
You mean right here? He looks at the inscriptions.
Yeah.
Well, how do we fix it? He's kneeling down over, at this thing. The skeletons come closer to him. They peer over his shoulders as he's looking down.
Do your parents know you're trying to do this, lad?
I think my mother does, but my father's just an imbecile. He thinks everything will be well if everyone's happy. Of course it won't. We have to escape this shithole.
How old is this kid?
He's probably 11 years old. A little snobby brat.
Yeah.
What do you guys do?
I want to take him with me. He's cool. I like him.
He says, I will
I
not.
want to kill him.
No.
What are we doing, guys?
Because he created he literally killed kids and casted animated them, I'm guessing.
Well, I tried to have them travel through the teleportation circles, but it just so happens, it's just like lab mice. Sacrifices must be made for the greater good.
Yeah, but you could have done that with animals, not humans.
Well,
Probably why the 3 cats are there.
that's why the 3
True.
cats are here.
I'm gonna try and pull Lice away to the side quickly, and
Okay, you're right here. Where are we moving? Because he's in between you guys, and there's 2 skeletons over his back. One other one's kind of come up to Marcus.
I'm kind of edge round, and I go, "While you're working on that, lady, let me just talk to the lady." And I kind of move her over to
Okay, you're gonna go in the corner over here where he was kind of at.
yeah.
And he looks at
Yeah,
you
kinda where
suspicious.
he's at.
Sure, he looks at you suspiciously. He's like, ugh, amateurs.
Gonna go like this, so the 6-foot woman bends down to my level. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna go. I don't know much about magic and that shit, but I do know that you lot like them books.
Yeah.
Shouldn't we take it away from the little one? Isn't he a bit too young to maybe deal with that sort of stuff? I had a cousin that blew
Sorry.
himself up messing with this.
Well, if he's not properly trained and he's only reading through books, he is going to need some help.
You see him thumbing through his manual, and he like looks back up at you. It must be his spell book that he has in his hand.
I don't know. It's up to you. You're the wizard at the end of the day. I just don't feel right having a child, having that sort of power. As I kind of look at the skeletons that are darting around the floor.
I mean, it's no doubt natural power.
Oh,
It could only be hardened if he actually has training. I think there's an academy somewhere over here. Probably get him there, get him out of here.
Irina, make a history roll, or basically to see if there's an academy around of magic in Barovia.
I don't know.
Well, it's pretty low
Zero
DC.
idea.
There's no
Yeah.
there is no academy here.
What
The
real
DC was
quick,
5.
Oh, okay.
what continent are we on? We're in
You're on the
Orin?
continent of Orin. That is correct.
Okay.
You've been reading
Okay.
through my world Anvil.
Yeah.
Must be bored over there.
No, I'm just
Uh,
making sure to do all my research, you know.
Awesome.
I know where
So-
I am.
Yeah.
Is the creepy kid still bent over his circle? Like, not really looking
He's
at
thumbing
anyone?
through his spell book right now, and he's kind of ignoring you. He's respected you.
Is he facing towards us? No.
He's
Is
got
he
the two
facing-
skeletons like here.
Oh,
The other
okay.
skeleton is in front of Marcus here.
just to clarify, they're child skeletons, aren't they? So they're about
They're
my
child.
height.
They're child skeletons, but for the monster manual stat block, they're listed as skeletons.
Okay.
Hey, is he facing towards us? Like he is there?
He's like that.
Okay.
What are we doing?
Can I ask him to see his spell book?
Make a persuasion roll.
Um,
Ah.
I'm
Absolutely
going to
not.
ask him.
May I see yours?
As long as I can have it back.
He says he holds out his hand to look at your spell book.
I'll hand it to him.
Okay. He starts thumbing through it. And he says, interesting. What do you do?
Give it a 5-year-old more power.
He says, I could use some more inscriptions out of this, spells I'm missing in mine. My father always disapproves.
Yeah, well, mine too.
I'd have to borrow it for a while and use some of the ink I have over here to inscribe these spells. Wouldn't mind if I borrow it for a day, would you mind?
No, you just have to come with us. My spellbook doesn't leave my side. If I'm not here, it's not here.
I knew there was always a catch, and he hands it back to you.
I don't think his father's just gonna let him leave.
My father's
Well,
always...
I should
Where
test-
that is.
I was gonna say we don't even know where he is, so I don't think it matters.
My father's too busy running the town and throwing all you ruffians in jail.
So what's the festival about? No one seems to be able to tell us. what happened.
Useless. You think some petty peasant folk festivals keeps the Dark Lord away? He points to the circle. This is the only way out of this shithole.
What do
I
you
know.
Haven't
think?
you gone through there yet?
We agree, but no one's told us why the festival exists, or why it started,
Well, why do
or why people think it might actually work, but it clearly doesn't.
Why do people pray to your stupid gods? They don't answer or come here. They believe what they believe, and they believe it works.
Well, it does when I crush things with a sword.
What do you
True.
think keeps him away?
I don't know. It's less about the why and more about the how. Like, how do I get the fuck out of here? And how do you stop annoying me?
Well, you could find a way out of here by staying up here the rest of your life, or you could come with us, like our mages suggested.
I'm not going to stay up here
Seems-
for the rest of my life. My work is almost complete, and as soon as I perfect it, I'm out of here.
Or you could
Oh.
just leave with us now and you'd be out of here immediately.
I think his genius suggests that he just stay up here and stare at the circle all day.
Is he still holding the book in
Yeah,
his
Marcus.
hand?
He has a
Be a
spell
little
book.
lighthearted.
He has a spell book on him. Obviously, he's put it down to his side now. He's conversing with you.
It's in his hands.
It's at his
Are you
side.
thinking
Yeah.
of-
He's holding it as in his hands. Are you getting close to him, Tog? You can move your model if you want to.
It's going to be difficult if he's holding on to it. I'll get closer to him.
Past the
Between-
two skeletons.
Like behind the skeletons. Oh,
Okay.
God.
Yeah, you're like 5 feet away from him over there, though. What are we trying to do?
Just keep an eye while he's talking to everyone else.
Well, he's just keeping an eye, and the skeleton looks back over to you as you're getting closer to him. He says, "If that's it, I ask if you all please leave so I can continue my studies. Tell my mother to send up Jeeves with some cookies if you could."
Unfortunately, child, we're not your butler.
Well, then be
And you're coming
gone.
with us.
No, I'm not.
But you wanted to leave.
I want to leave
It's
this
so
land, not
easy.
to be off with some elf.
Oh, I'll drop you anywhere. Gotta get out of this town first.
Is that a threat?
Oh, I don't threaten people.
Well, then be gone. What do you guys do?
Yeah, I'm gonna start heading towards the door.
Yeah, my character can't leave, like, because of his backstory and everything.
What are you doing, Lucius? We're rolling initiative?
I'm thinking.
Okay. Tog, you see him thinking over there. This might not be a good idea. Might step on another booby trap.
Yeah, there are lots of crates in the room that I am in.
Move your own model if you're leaving.
Yeah, I'm leaving.
I'm gonna
I'm
take
gonna-
out my.
gonna-
How do you say that in English? Like, it's like a necklace that has the a half moon that represents.
A holy symbol?
Yeah, it's a holy symbol basically.
Okay, you're holding up
and-
your holy symbol. And if you're starting to cast, are you casting magic in front of them?
It doesn't require an action.
Okay, what are you doing? He sees you holding up the holy symbol, and he begins. You see him just start to gesture a little bit. He's like, "Be careful, cleric. For I could smite you with one touch. I suggest you leave immediately. Your welcome is overstayed." He's readying a spell. Shall we roll initiative?
Channel Divinity.
As Tog has moved into position, he takes a step back into position over here in the corner. And the skeleton...
I was walking to leave. But
Well,
this
then
was
move your
all
character.
wrong.
You can leave. We're talking for like 6 seconds. That's like a round. Okay, Tog is leaving. Lucius is the only one left in the room, I guess. Marcus, are you still in here? And is Lyce still in the room?
Right.
What's going on, guys? Are you going to roll initiative?
I'd still like to be in
Arena
the
left.
room.
I suggest you leave immediately. Your stay is over. Welcome. He starts to count down. 6,
Don't make me do this, kid.
5, 4.
I'm gonna cast Radiance of the Dawn.
Okay, we're gonna just
and
roll
each
initiative.
creature-
Yep, we're gonna roll initiative. Now he has a
I'm
ready
just
spell.
watching.
Yep, you're watching in the room. Great. Lyce, what are you doing before we do this? Because Lyce is kind of a newer player. Before we kind of do something here, I just want to make sure you're positioned correctly before we start.
Oh, fuck.
I don't even know where I was last positioned.
You're
but,
right. Oh yeah, because you're not even in
next to me.
tabletop. Are you? You got your Steam working right now?
No, Steam is completely down in my region.
Oh, that sucks.
Mine
You're
also-
basically okay. Oh yeah, we lost
Someone
Tom.
could share the screen.
You can watch it on our stream right now, which is at
Oh.
Adventures in Zen on Twitch.
Yeah,
Let's,
that would have been helpful. Yeah.
yeah, it's okay. I'm just gonna try to re-invite you guys if I can. I don't. Oh, Shaq, you're there, and that's it. Basically, Lucius is starting to cast offensive magic, so we're just gonna roll initiative. Is that what's going on, guys? Are we gonna kill this poor boy?
I'm just watching.
Shaq, what are you doing? Are you going to try to convince... Is anybody trying to convince Lucius to not attack him? What are you doing
one
there?
can convince me to not attack.
I was walking out the room.
Yeah, I see where your model is, Tog. You're out here. You're in the hallway. You're kind of
Yeah, I'm
on the. You're on the crate up here.
I couldn't put it on the ground, so
Okay.
I just put it on the crate.
It is what it is, guys. I'm trying my best.
No, you're good.
Okay.
So, are we going to just roll initiative, guys? We start in combat, or do you want to speak up there, Shaq?
What I would even say.
Are you in the room too?
I presume Lucius is like showing him his holy symbol since he says that the gods don't exist. So that's why my guy's just standing there with like his arms crossed.
Okay. Your sword is not drawn.
Nope.
Okay, we're going to just roll initiative, guys. And of course, Lucius
I
is once again
Don't want to kill this kid.
walked into a strange situation. I'm going to have one for the skeletons and the one for the Lucius kid. I don't even think I have this guy's model. I kind of know what he's going to do. I got it kind of planned out. So we're just going to, what's this kid's name? Did I say it's Lucius?
No.
What's his
We
name?
only know him as- we
His
only
name.
know him as-
You don't even know his name. I'm going to call him Brat.
Done.
And then I'll call the other group skeletons. And then we're ready to roll initiative. Now, how it works, guys, is the Brat goes last. Toggle Rot's up first. What are we doing, Toggle? As you hear battle begin to commence in the other room. Magical incantations are being taught, but hey, at least this time you're not opening up a bunch of crates with vampires. What are we doing there, Tog?
Yet.
As I was walking out, who did I see initiate, like, the combat? Did I see it? Lucius?
Lucius is initiating. Yep. What are we doing?
So he's currently starting to cast?
He's holding out a symbol and casting like radiance or something like that.
Channel Divinity Radiance of the Dawn.
What are we doing, Toggle? Don't make me throw the time cube on
I'm
you.
gonna punch Lucius in the face.
Okay, make an attack roll against Lucius.
What?
Don't kill the kid.
Yeah, you're about to kill a child.
Please. He knows magic. He's
At least
11
attack
or
one.
something.
Roll an
He's
attack
a
roll
child.
against Lucius, please.
Okay, I'm just making sure I roll unarmed rather than X.
If you roll armed, like to use one of your axes, can you use like the butt of it to like knock him out?
Yeah, you just get a -2 to the roll to try to do a knockout roll.
My AC is 18, so that's
He's wearing full plate.
Ugh.
Okay.
Do you want to try to grapple him instead? But you already used your one of your attacks.
I'm gonna try and hit him again.
Okay.
My second attack.
You hear the dwarf is pounding his fists on you pretty hardly, but it can't barrel through your plate mail. He's not trying to hurt you.
Oh my
That's a
fucking
critical.
god.
So, Lucius, you take a stack of exhaustion automatically. Now we roll for damage.
It's just 4 because it's my
Right.
strength modifier. So that's 8. 8 points of damage, and then
That's
I'm
correct.
gonna put my hand out, and I'm gonna go stop. There's no need for this, lad. Let's just calm down.
The boy says, listen to him. And what do? We go down the line to Lice. What are you doing, Lice?
I'm just casting Blade Ward. For right now, I'm warning him to stand down.
Blade Ward, that does damage to everyone within 5 feet, if I'm correct.
It's so no,
or
it's for
resistance?
stealth. It's just resistance to
A damage type?
Piercing
bludgeoning,
stuff.
piercing, slashing damage.
Okay. He's like, he looks over at Lice. He's like, okay, let's go to Shaq.
Oh, child.
Can I entangle Lucius?
You're trying to entangle Lucius. You're going to roll a... Now, entangle is a 15-foot radius spell, so I will allow you to entangle... Basically, we'll say it's right here. It's entangling this area up here, okay? Where are you at
Okay.
exactly, Shaq? Oh, you're kind of here?
think-
You're just
yeah,
like
I
out in the
lost-
hallway?
Yeah, I don't have control of
No,
it.
you're
Oh,
good.
no, I do. Okay.
Yeah, you're good. It's hard to... This is a very tight battle area, right? It's
Yeah.
a tight battle map, guys. So, Lucius, you can cast it on him. It'll be like right in front of you, and it'll be considered difficult terrain. Lucius needs to make a dexterity save, I believe, against your spell save DC. Lucius is getting outnumbered here.
Second one of a raid.
Not 20.
Wow.
He's not entangled. You have a move action. It seems your friends say you're not welcome there, Paladin. Cleric, I suggest you leave. What is your response, Lucius? As your friends begin to descend upon you, and you've taken a stack of exhaustion damage, as Toggle has whapped you upside the head.
I cannot turn a blind eye to evil.
Okay, let's go down the line to Irina. Irina. Lucius on deck.
So I guess I will move closer.
Okay. You're moving through difficult terrain because the roots and stuff sprawl out of the ground as Shaq has made.
So sorry.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm gonna be just right on the other side of the vines, just trying to find out what's going on. And then that is all I'm doing.
Okay. You're just appraising the situation as Lucius has gone bloodthirsty crazy against the forces of evil. Let's go to Marcus. Oh, I'm sorry, Lucius, you're up.
Okay. So as I said, I'm gonna cast Channel Divinity Radiance of the Dawn.
Okay.
So I present my oldest symbol to dispel any magical darkness within 30 feet. Each hostile creature that doesn't have total cover within 30 feet must make a con saving throw.
Okay.
16.
Okay, so all the skeletons and stuff, right? So I'm going to roll once for the skeletons. And there's ways to do this. I looked up Sly Flourish, by the way, Tog. Who's another GM. I rolled a 4. So I'm assuming that the skeletons fail.
Yeah.
What do you want to do with the skeletons? So I have to roll for... I'm going to roll for the boy.
Yeah.
The boy rolls a nat 2, so the boy also fails his con save.
They take 2d10s plus 6 of radiant damage.
Roll as a giant flash of light takes off in the room. What do you want to say, Tom?
Can he choose his targets when he said hostile creatures? Can you choose?
They're all hostile now. That they're basically the
It doesn't matter because we're in combat against them, me and Shaq, especially. So it would affect us as well because we're currently hostile.
That is true. Make some saving throws, guys.
Or can he choose his targets? I don't know what the spell is exactly.
I wish I could,
hostile.
but the spell doesn't say that.
I'm going to assume that you are hostile against him. Everybody that's fighting against Lucius needs to make a
We're
save.
currently hostile
sense.
against him.
Yeah.
So.
Make some Constitution saving throws.
Am I the only one not fighting him?
Nope, I'm not.
I'm assuming Irina, anybody who's not attacked him outright so far is not considered hostile.
I rolled a 4.
Yeah, Marcus isn't either.
So you take 2d6 damage. Is there any other status effects attached to that, Lucius?
It's 2d10s plus 6.
So roll 2d10 plus 6 radiant damage for everybody who failed the saves. That would be Shaq. So everybody's going to take some damage, including the skellies.
Skellies.
Roll the damage up.
Tog.
Okay, so
That's okay. We can put Lucius down, guys.
16 plus 6. So that would be 20.
Yep. So everybody takes 16 damage, right?
16 plus 6.
24 damage. The skeletons all vaporize upon holy light. And the boy says, "You will pay for that with your life, my precious creations." As your turn over, Lucius.
I'm gonna cast as a bonus action Shield of Faith,
Okay.
which gives me plus 2d6.
Plus 2 AC. Yeah. All the skeletons have vaporized in the room, guys. What are we doing? What do you want to do, Tog? We doing a reaction there, Tog, or what?
No. I knew you said if we go under half or whatever.
Nope.
say-
Did you take half your damage? Yeah. Are you bloodied?
I'm on 10 health at the minute because I haven't healed from the previous fight.
Yeah, I
Yep.
think I'm dead, actually.
So, well, you're not dead. You're unconscious.
Down.
You could disengage.
Nope. Lucius has. You see Shaq go down. His roots all come down as well because it was a concentration spell. I will roll death savings for you in secret, Shaq. Your death saves are rolled in secret when we come back to your turn. Marcus, you're up. And
I can revive you.
What are we doing there, Marcus? Because we have a little animosity in the group happening.
Little.
I pull out my sword, ready in action, say, "Stop this." And I just look right at Lucius.
And he says, it's about to be
He's evil,
stopped.
I cannot.
It's about to be stopped.
Oh, he says, you say you're not going to stop? All right, I attack Lucius.
Okay, you gonna try to knock him out, or what's going on?
Nope.
You're just gonna fucking try to decapitate him?
Yep.
Oh
Okay.
my god. Okay.
Nothing like some friendly PvP. 18, that's a
I
hit.
have 20. No.
Oh, no, you have
I
20.
20 AC.
You're flanked, so I have a 20.
Yeah, that's right. You are surrounded, so he hits you with a 20.
Okay.
He gets +2 to attack if he's flanked. As you're surrounded by people who don't want you to attack this
Okay.
child.
Then I'm gonna use my
Reaction
reaction. Yeah.
to cast what? Shield?
Hold on. Warding flare. Basically, you have this embed.
You have to do that before he attacks you, right?
Like when
That's
attacked
it.
by a creature within.
Yeah, I know, but you have to do it before he does the attack roll, right?
It's the damage roll, I believe.
It's a reaction.
Okay, so Tog, are you saying that he can... So, Marcus, you got to roll again with disadvantage. Mark it on the
He's gotta
check.
roll-
Mark the
he's
check
gotta
box.
roll once more.
Yeah, go ahead, Marcus, roll again.
18.
18.
There might be a rule that he needs to do it before the result.
That's what I'm saying.
So how is the
Tog.
message?
That's okay, we'll allow it. Tog,
Was that?
you did not hit him, Marcus.
Okay.
Okay, because you see a blast. So what's happened, guys, is Lucius has cast a giant flash of light. The flash of light has vaporized all the skeletons, but Lucius, you're now flanked. Just totally surrounded by the party. And he says,
All right.
the boy's turn is up. He says,
Well,
the
no, that's only
skeletons are...
one of my attacks.
Yeah, so you have another attack? Okay.
Yeah.
Go ahead with the next attack.
I miss.
Okay. Is your turn over?
Yep.
The skeletons are all dead, guys. And he says, you're all servants of Strahd. I knew it. You're turned by the evil one. He casts Cloudkill.
Cloudkill?
Cloudkill. I'm gonna put out. I'm gonna put out.
Kid.
I'm gonna put out. He's a caster, guys. And you guys didn't leave. You guys started to attack him. What do you want me to do? I think it's a 20-foot thing. Let me look
It's
it up. real
20
quick.
foot. Yeah.
Yeah. You guys, this is Curse of Strahd, guys. You guys got to work together.
We're all dead.
No, you're not. Not
Wait,
yet.
how far away am I?
I'm gonna put it out. I dropped it out, but it vaporized through the table. Oh no. Oh, there it is. You guys see it? It's hovering above you guys. Boom. You
Oh.
can, so
Damn. Okay.
he is casting it like here, basically, where it's gonna hit all of you guys. He says,
Every single one of
"I
us.
told you you're not welcome." Let me look it up, guys. Give me a second. You guys are catching me off by surprise here a little bit.
You weren't ready to have the 9-year-old child kill us yet?
No. Well, you guys all started attacking each other. Everybody needs to make a con save for half damage. It's 5d8.
Jeez.
Poison damage.
Nice.
I get advantage against poison.
What was
That's
the
right. So roll your saving
concept?
throw. I think the DC is like 15 or something. So roll it against 15. I rolled very low, so it's only 12 poison damage.
Okay.
Six.
I
30
rolled a
fucking
14.
2.
I only rolled 12 damage, guys. So did you? If you passed your save, you take 6. If you failed your save, you take 12 damage. Fortunately for you, Shaq, you're outside of the kill range, so you don't take an automatic death save. What are we doing, guys? Let's go to the top of the round to toggle.
Oh god.
By the way, the areas I think is considered heavily obscured now. Yep, so it's basically impossible to see through the smog. As the entire room basically fills with green gas. Even if you hold your breath, you take damage. By the way, Lyce, I would like to say welcome to Curse of Strahd. Let's hope you don't die in your first encounter.
So stressful. Okay.
Welcome to your first adventure. You might not all survive, but now you guys know what happened to the last party, right?
That evil laugh.
Yeah.
Toggle, you're up.
I'm gonna turn to Lucius and go, why didn't you stop? We couldn't fight for a reason. And I'm gonna
evil.
I'm gonna run.
She's going to run out. Lucius
Yep.
his reaction's already spent, so he doesn't get an attack of opportunity. You want to sprint outside? You're just going to sprint down the way?
I'm gonna run to Shaq when I see him that he's down, because I couldn't see that he's down.
Yep, now you can see him. By the way, you're like stumbling through, so you're heavily obscurement. It means you move at like half speed, right? You're just like fumbling around in the clouds, you know?
So
I'm gonna assume. Let's just assume you make it to him. Okay.
Yeah.
You make it to him. You want to try to stabilize him with the medicine check.
No, I'm gonna do one better.
Okay. What are you gonna do? You're gonna put a healing potion in his mouth.
Pull out a potion of healing, my
Okay.
only one. Greater healing, and throw it down his throat.
Okay. Roll the health, and Shaq recovers, but you're prone, Shaq.
I thought, was it a max? Don't we do?
Yeah, it's max. You're right, Neil.
Potions?
Thanks,
Oh,
Marcus.
so we do max potions when someone's down?
Yep, we do.
Okay, so
House rule.
4d4 plus 4, so that's bad math. 4, 8,
20?
12, 16.
20?
20.
Shaq, you're up with 20 HP. You
You
okay?
just see the dwarf standing over you.
Now, whenever you guys, whenever someone comes up from a death state, essentially, or a down state, takes a stack of exhaustion. Shaq, you take a stack of exhaustion as you come back from the brink of death. Let's go down the line to Lyce.
Okay.
You can't see anything. The entire cloud just appears out from around you, and you're beginning to choke to death. What do you do?
I'm gonna cast Warding Wind.
Awesome.
Hopefully that'll get everything out.
That will. Okay, I'm going to remove the Cloudkill. He says, the kid, as you see him just gesturing over there, he says, impressive. Okay, do you have a move action? What do you want to do? 5-minute warning, really.
Okay.
What are you doing there, Lyce? Come on.
I don't want to hit him.
You
but I
can't.
do.
That was your cast, so that was your action,
That
right?
was my cast, so okay.
You have a move action. Do you want to move?
I want to position myself between Lucius and the kid.
Okay, move your character. You move into combat range. You move in combat range of Lucius, really. Let's go down the line to Shaq. You're coming up from the brink of death. You see Tog above you pouring liquid in your mouth. What the hell is going on? What do you do, Tog? What a day to be
I'm
alive.
gonna just run. I'm just getting out of here.
You stand up and you begin to sprint out. We're going to say you get to about here. Okay, your turn is over. Let's go to Irina.
So I'm still outside of the door.
Yep.
But do I have a clear line of sight to the little asshole?
Not really. You'd have to step forward to Lucius and kind of peer through the
Okay.
door, I'm assuming.
If I do that, that's my turn, right?
Oh, what do you want to do? You can cast a spell and a bonus action, remember?
Yeah, I want to move before I cast the
Yeah,
spell.
you can. I'm allowing it. Go ahead. What do you want to
Okay. I'm just gonna come in like right beside Lucius. Just right through the door right beside him.
do? Yeah.
Okay. And I'm going to cast acid arrow straight at the kid.
You want to cast acid arrow at Lucius?
Nope, at the kid.
Okay. I think I need to make a deck save, right?
Let's see.
Let me pull it up. Melf's acid arrow.
Note, Irene BFF.
No, it's not for you.
There's no save. I got it. It's just 44 acid.
Yeah,
right?
no. Yeah, it's just 44.
Is it an attack
Acid
roll?
damage.
You got to make an attack roll.
Yeah.
It says no attack roll from my end either. I'm looking at my database.
No, it just says
roll 44, I
towards
guess.
the target. Yeah, 44.
Roll it.
Me?
Yeah.
Okay.
Roll the damage, add it to the counter of the kid. Let's go down the line
Alright,
to
12.
Lucius.
Me.
Do we have his counter out already?
Nope. He's taking no damage right now. He's like, He's like, you will pay for that.
How do I drop one for him?
You grab it out of the end of the table.
The fucking 11-year-old.
Yeah, well, he just tried to kill us with acid. All right.
With
We're
poison,
done.
yes. Okay, go ahead.
I'm gonna cast Magic Missile at level 6.
At the boy.
So that's yeah. So that's 8d4s plus 8.
He casts shield as a reaction. Your magic missile fails. It all interrupts into his shield, and he's immune to magic missile.
Oh.
He says, he says, pitiful cleric, I will show you how a true bender works. I'll go down the line. You're totally surrounded, Lucius, by the way, so you can't move. Let's go to Marcus.
I cast Misty Step.
Okay, so you bamp out of the way as a bonus action. You like vanish. You just like implode in a flash.
And then I sprint.
Well, you can't
So I
sprint.
was-
You just dash out, right? So
Oh, so dash?
yeah, you see Shaq over there and looks back at you. He's like, I guess, right? What are we doing, guys? Let's go down
My turn's
to.
over. That's all the
He
votes.
says,
The room. Oh.
I guess he's gonna cast another spell. He says, I always hated this place. He casts
I'll be
Fireball.
right here.
Oh my god!
Oh.
He says, I don't care if I destroy this shithole.
I'm
He casts
gonna
Fireball, he's gonna
use
blow up
my
the-
reaction
Okay.
to
Do what?
Jesus.
to use Warding Flare.
It's not an attack roll. Doesn't work. Mark Warding Flare on your spell
That's
sheet.
right.
As you
Fuck.
don't know the rules, so I'm punishing you. You have to mark it on your sheet. Because it's not an attack roll. I'm going to pull up Fireball real quick. And this will end the
We need
turn.
to.
It's a
We need
dex
to
saving
run.
throw.
I think it's a 20-foot radius again. So it's going to hit everybody up here. The entire upper floor is going to explode. Togga, you're out of the way, I think, though. He just cast it on Lucius and you guys. So I need to have Lucius, Irina, and Lythe make dex saves.
Yeah, I failed.
Ha. Dex save against
wanna-
DC 15.
Damn it.
Die.
Oh.
Same. 8.
It's 8d6 damage. He just cast it at level 3. So if you fail, no, I'm rolling the damage now. There goes the damage
Okay.
dice. 29 damage of fire damage. As he,
Okay.
Oh my
as he
god.
rolls a huge explosion. Yeah, I rolled a lot of ones. I rolled low on the Cloudkill too, guys. It's okay. As a huge fireball goes up, the entire upper floor explodes, and the house goes off. You can only assume the guards are on their way now.
Sweet Jesus.
I'm on death saves.
So Lucius drops.
Definitely
I'm
bloodied.
dead.
Are you dead?
Uh,
Are you dead, Irina?
No.
Okay. Lucius is unconscious. Lythe, what's your HP at?
Oh, me?
Yeah.
It's 0.
So you gonna go unconscious too? From fire
Wait,
damage.
how much damage did you just take from that?
29.
29.
What's your max HP?
35. She also took poison damage from the Cloudkill, guys.
Oh, yeah.
And you guys are all clumped up fighting Lucius.
Need to make it clear that I never threw any magic attacks at anyone.
Irina, you're up? You're still
Yeah,
alive?
yeah, I'm still alive.
Okay, that's
So
where we're
this-
going to end this session, though, guys, right? Because we're going to go to the top of the round to toggle next round. Basically, you guys are starting to get wiped, right?
Yeah,
As the
no
rest of the group
freaking doubt.
takes off. So you guys can think about this, of what you guys want to do for the start of the next game. This is where the next game will begin.
Oh,
Peace.
God, this little shithead took us out.
Are you guys having fun?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
What do you guys want to do?
Great. It's a great day to die.
We'll find out.
Yeah.
On the next episode of Curse of Strahd.
The next episode of this 9-year-old takes the entire group out. This creepy ass kid with all his skeletons.
The reason I didn't want to fight the kid, like, because
Kid.
2 of us had 2 points of exhaustion already. Like, I knew I couldn't go into a fight, and I haven't healed from the previous fight. I was on 12 HP. Pretty much. So I was like, and I knew Shaq was low, so it was like, ugh. That's why I was trying to stop it going into a fight. But it is what it is.
Lucius felt compelled. For whatever reason, he wanted to continue, go against the wishes of the party, and thus Lucius
all I'm gonna
might have to
say
re-roll a new character, maybe.
I'm gonna try and save the wizard next session when we get out of there, but that's about it. I'm not gonna try and save Lucius because he caused the issue.
Same.
But so what I'm saying is, Lucius, you probably want to think about another character to get your character out there. I might be able to get one, but there's no way I'm gonna get both out.
Yeah, my
I don't
strength
even know how
sucks.
you're gonna get one out with a one
Yeah.
kid like creeping down the.
I've got one whammy to save
One trick
someone
up your
massive.
sleeve.
One trick, but that's it.
Okay. See y'all next week.
Well, thank you guys so much for coming out. I'll see you guys
Thanks,
next
everybody.
week. Did you guys have fun?
Yeah.
Challenging, yes, but it wouldn't be easy if it wasn't Curse of Strahd. Just something to think about. Maybe you guys want to work together as a group more.
An 11-year-old had Cloudkill and Fireball ready. What the fuck? That's insane.
He did his research.
And he had skeletons up. So
Right.
he had to have animate dead as well. So he's got to be like a wizard warlock combo. It's like really weird.
Well, he said at
Higher
the
than level
beginning.
4.
Well, he said at the beginning that the.
I was role playing it, guys. What do you want
wards
to do?
Well, the wards weren't like super, like, well done, but they were strong. So.
Yeah.
At a game, magic symbol was the thing that killed. Like the summoning circle was the thing that killed everyone. An incomplete summoning circle will insta kill anyone. By the way, from a DM perspective, from what I know, so that's obviously what he's been doing, sending people through it because it's incomplete. But that's creepy as fuck, by the way.
Yeah, the skeletal cat.
Yeah.
Lice, did you have fun in your first session?
Great.
Good.
Fun. Stubborn ass kid though.
It wouldn't be a
Stubborn motherfucker.
You know, one suggestion I would make you guys, like what I was noticing in the last campaign too, is party position, coordinating together as a group. You know, Lucius may be a little bit brash, and Curse of Strahd can be quite deadly if it's not played out the right way. So you guys have to all work together, and that's why it's difficult. So party positioning too, that all counts, you know, and all that stuff.
All right.
I'll see you guys next week.
Yeah.
Everybody.
Thanks, Shaq.
Bye.
Bye.